Bruh, as many times as we've had kickbacks that had cake there, and your response is, I don't eat cake.
Because you be buying birthday cake, though.
Nigga, cake is cake.
No, it's not.
As long as you got buttercream on that bitch, dog.
I eat chocolate cake and red velvet cake.
And that's what's wrong with you, because red velvet is fucking chocolate cake.
Don't.
Put some variety in your life, my nigga. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf, and I'm arguing in the building with my partner immediately to the right of me today. Mr. Are you heartbreaking?
No, nigga.
Secure in the bag, fresh.
I'm security today.
Secure in the bag, fresh.
It's the one and only. It's the podcast.
Facts. But today, Juan has to be security because we have one of the most famous niggas in podcasts.
I see what you did.
Yet again, you know,
nice right
can't go. This nigga can't go nowhere without security.
Man,
If I would have thought about it, I would have had that on the board.
that was nice right there.
But we are joined by the reason why we're even in the Sherman Phoenix to begin with. My nigga, my one and only, my partner,
for sure,
Mr. JR, the superstar, aka Mr. Slick Talk with Scalez, aka Harvey's little boy.
What's happening, people?
What's going on, fam?
What's happening?
I should have.
Happy to be in the building.
Nigga, you was already here.
Yeah, I was already here. But I'm happy to
Like niggas know you record before us.
Yeah, I'm still here though. You know.
But what's going on with you, man? What's new in the world?
I'm about 2 episodes away from a hundo.
You know what? Clap that up for that.
Yeah,
man.
so I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm proud of that too, bro, because we watched you, like literally watched you start from an iPad and a microphone
exactly
to 100 episodes.
Exactly. So that's why even our connection and our hookup upgraded both of our situations.
Big
what I'm
facts.
saying? It gave you a space. You was looking for a space, and then you was able to bring the amenities to my platform to make it even better looking. So
Big facts. So what have you learned about not necessarily just podcasting only, but your platform?
So what's interesting is I kind of said something about that on my last show. I mean, on the last 2 episodes, I've been going on these little rants at the beginning of the shows because I feel like the thing that I learned is consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit isn't gonna work if you don't stay at it. Like if you get discouraged because it didn't do good this day you recorded and be like, oh, I don't want to do this shit no more, then it's not gonna work for you. Like this isn't the line of work. This isn't a hobby you should take on. This isn't something you should invest your money in, because what it takes is commitment and consistency. Period. That's what I learned the most, especially coming from Smoking Gossip, where I had 3 people doing it with me, and now it's really like me kind of leading the other 3 people that are on this podcast with me. So
okay,
that's what I learned the most.
All right. So last time we had this conversation, you had just hit 50.
Facts,
because that's when Mimi ended up being your guest.
Yep.
What has been your favorite episode up to this point? Now, you ain't got to fucking lie. Trying to cover it. In your honest opinion, what has been your favorite episode so far?
What is my favorite?
Yeah.
One of my favorites is when Dooch came, Lewis came.
I remember that.
Deuces came, and Lewis brought the whole.
Yeah, it was.
We walked up in here. It was a whole fucking.
It looked like a Rockefeller.
Right.
So that's one of my favorites.
Shout out to the homies over there every day.
Every day. Damn, I done had a lot though, bro. When TZ Talks came, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Did you have the whole crew?
I had the whole
crew.
It was
the whole crew. It's hard to get the whole crew.
I even had Nunu.
She was.
I think I watched that.
Yeah, fucking Nunu in here, getting on my nerves. But I done had some good ones. Mimi was a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like I done had some good ones, bro. It's hard for me to do that. It ain't even just no favoritism or nothing.
Who's your favorite guest then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Right, because it's been a lot. It's been a lot of good guests.
Baby Drew was dope. Like I done had some dope people come.
Yeah, you missed that.
I missed that. I think I missed that. I didn't watch that.
He was very entertaining, wasn't he, Tom?
He was.
Yeah,
was it a Thursday they was down here?
I think it was a Thursday.
I think it was a random Thursday.
I think it was a random.
No, it couldn't have been because I would have left to scoop you. I think it was a Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep, it was a Tuesday.
Oh man.
I mean, it's cool.
Have you had Cuckoo Cow?
I ain't had Cuckoo.
Have you tried?
I haven't tried yet. I'm supposed to have Tweezy next week. Fingers crossed?
Can we find him right now? Let's keep it a buck.
Cuckoo Cow?
Yeah, bro.
He works for Amazon. Last thing I heard, my guy worked with him at Amazon.
That's cold.
Yeah, that's the last thing.
Where are they now?
Can you just imagine like sitting on the porch waiting? Your Amazon stop is 10, and then it's Cuckoo fucking Cow.
No, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make it extra cliche. You sitting in West Lawn ordering a package, and Cuckoo Cow pulls up.
You jump.
You in my project, my nigga.
You jump off the truck and all you hear is "in my projects" as he walk towards you.
It's cracking.
It's cracking, fam. You know that's always gonna be a staple in the hood.
Facts.
In my project and bow, hands down.
Them records ain't going nowhere.
They ain't going nowhere.
They'll be here forever.
Forever. Honestly, I think one of my I forgot that fact. I think one of my favorite episodes with Slick Talk was actually a recent one. I think when you had Mecca here.
Oh yeah,
and he was building the beat right in front of me.
Me and him freestyled the shit on the show. That was a dope one too.
I actually expected you to have more freestyle shows. Honestly, with as many rappers if you had, I honestly felt like that should have been
funny. I go into it with the intention like I'm gonna make this nigga rap because there's only been a few cats out there that came down here that I made rap.
Right.
DJ, I made him rap. Mekamala rap that day. Baby Drew rap the day he was down here. That's been about it though. And you're right, but I go into it with the intentions of making them rap, but then when they get down here, the conversation goes.
They go everywhere. I mean, but that's
like, damn, it's time to go.
But that's podcasting.
Yeah, that's podcasting.
That's the difference between podcasting and the show.
But I definitely want to big Tigger the basement this motherfucker. That might be what I do on this next half after this 100. Okay. 100, you know what I mean? I might add that element to the show.
We just upgrade the mixer. We can go ahead and throw a nice condenser mic on that bitch and have people flowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and Cam was working it out. I think it was like it was another podcast and we figured out how to make that possible.
Let's go down here and do another soundbite.
Please, can you leave that nigga? You leave that nigga soundbite alone.
It's the 415. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I mean, people.
Where are you from? 262.
Man, that'd be the worst if it's a 262er. But anyway,
what's a 262er?
I don't fucking.
It's like,
is it Karen?
Yeah, it's the Karen area.
Yeah,
you're definitely out there.
Makes sense.
Because I don't even want to talk to Karen. But anyway, how's your week been going, Juan?
Shit, I'm fucked up.
We had this conversation.
I know, like, because I want to eat my candy, but somebody was like, "Stop chewing."
Little baby. I'm sick of her shit.
He's like, "Don't nobody want to hear you smacking?" Like, man, motherfucking mambas is good when you high.
Nah, little baby told you to stop smacking for another reason.
Well,
I'm just saying. Anyway,
mambas will make you smack though,
right? Because they so juicy. I feel like mambas
should don't be over there juicy mouthed it, my nigga.
I'm just saying.
Keep it a buck.
Everybody be doing the peppermints and the fucking weed and pussy with mambas in 2021.
You know what? That's between you and Lil Baby. I don't care.
That's the real mamba mentality.
Literally.
Speaking of that, let's slide.
That's the name of this episode.
Slide into a little quick information. Kobe Bryant's wife actually settled the court case with Kobe's mom in regards to part of his estate. Which I'm kind of happy in regards to that, because last thing you want is to have family being messy over money.
And from my understanding, before he passed, they
wasn't close at all. They wasn't. It probably has something to do with his wife knowing it. Moms be like, there's a lot of moms that be bitter when they sons find a woman that makes them happy.
Facts.
Like, I kind of hate when they do that, because you can't date your son. You need to move on. This is the reason why we have these weird ass categories on Pornhub now and shit like that. And I wish that would be
always on the homepage.
It's weird. They do that.
I'm like, who is fucking up the algorithms? Like, just keep searching. Mom fuck son. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
That's terrible.
Really, it is.
I just can't do it.
Like,
no
goddamn, man.
But Juan, why are we here today, bro?
Because, man, well, it's Thursday, so we was gonna be here kind of no matter what.
True.
Because we have to be consistent.
True.
Facts.
Because sometimes we just be randomly taking.
And breaks. I'm tired of getting cussed out whenever we don't do an episode on Thursday.
Well, because of you up.
My delegates. People who I ask questions.
We be busy, man. Or sometimes we be tired.
How, bro? You got a whole new schedule. Both of us got whole new jobs now.
Well, because at my last job, Thursday was my off day. So if you be like, hey, why wasn't no episode, nigga? You was off today. You shouldn't have been tired. I could be like, damn, blame Tom.
Nope, you can't blame me. Because with this job, I'm off by 8:00. It's a one freeway shot here.
Right. And
there's no excuse.
I work till 6, which is cool. I don't have to be at work till like 9, 10 o'clock.
How you get? You know what? That's a nice trip you got to take regardless. So
I mean, it's 20 minutes either direction.
Right.
So it wasn't like a humongous change.
You just don't have to go. It's easier for y'all though, because the freeway is by the house.
Right. The freeway is by the house and it's just
But
a straight shot.
You don't have to do nothing with downtown like you did
Nope.
before. So that works in your favor. Me, on the other hand, I live and die on the freeway now, which I love. Carvana, easiest job.
Definitely. Like Tom posted a picture on his story.
So you dropping cars off?
I just go get paperwork signed for people.
Oh, you don't even drop the car off.
I ain't got to.
Okay.
I go to your car. If you selling the car to us, that's I pull up on you for that. So it don't matter where you are. I drive to you. So first of all, they give us a car. So I'm not even driving my own car. So that's one.
So if you have to go pick up a car, is it then a 2-man operation?
Not really.
Well, then who takes your car?
You
That
don't.
pull up in?
You drive the truck. We have our own flatbeds.
They pick the car.
Oh,
So I just roll up there
So you pull up with the flatbed, they put the car on there.
and we roll out.
Carvana
okay.
don't. My cousin bought a car from Carvana and they pulled up in front of the house with the car, dropped it off to her.
Yeah,
she signed
pull
the
up,
paperwork.
drop it
Oh,
off.
like
roll
how the
up.
rich niggas be doing on Instagram when they be dropping off the Porsche
Sure, exactly.
with
And
the
that's
big bow on top of it.
And that's exactly what it is. And if you live in certain areas, there's a vending machine
That's some fun.
where you drive to this building. There's cars that look like they sitting in a see-through parking lot, and you be like, push your number for your car. It does a little vending machine thing. Spin your car all the way down to the ground, bring it up. Your car roll out to you like you literally just got something out the vending machine,
Wow,
my
like a
nigga.
gumball.
Yeah,
That's
fancy with that shit.
Technology, bro.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because this is going to be the wave of the future anyway. Think about that. You ain't got to go to a dealership, right?
that's
So you
true.
ain't got to haggle with nobody. You ain't got some white dude who's trying to get you to
Finesse
buy
for commission
an
and shit.
extra $3,000 on a car that ain't got nothing to do with you, nigga. You getting the car at the best value for your car. And if you selling your car, from what I found out, they give you a little bit more. A couple of people on the staff of TDR went through Carvana before they knew I worked there because I had to drop it off to them. It came through, was like, hey, so you sold your car today, huh? It was like either you stalking me or you work for Carvana. A little bit A, a little bit of B. All right, so now when we gonna get you back in the studio to record?
Don't tell people you're stalking them, Tom. Not publicly.
This was a text message. It wasn't public.
Starving?
Stalking.
Oh, stalking.
I'm not stalking, bro. But anyway, it's a dope ass job. The hours is the only problem I got right now. But I think this is God's way of telling me, nigga, you can't do everything. So hire somebody.
That's very true.
So I think that's what it's kind of forcing me to have
Because
to.
God be knowing.
Yeah. Hope he does. Nigga, he made this shit.
You know what, bro? Maybe he take naps.
He do take naps.
But if God is taking a nap, who's running the world?
We self-sufficient when he finally take a nap. How many times have you taken a nap and KK is just KKing?
I don't want her to KK.
You don't want that.
You don't want that, but you do it though, right?
I have to wake up very fast.
But the fact of the matter is, when you woke up, the house wasn't burnt down.
That's true.
Wasn't nothing broken. A little messy, food everywhere,
Yeah,
but that's about it. Nothing you couldn't clean up.
because she burned that motherfucking house down. We got a problem.
I don't know how you getting out of it because you sleep. Anyway, what we talking about today, Juan?
Well, since
You know what? You have a conversation with Scalez while I go get my chicken, because the downside to my job is sometimes you forget to go eat. And
Carvana.
Yeah. Because you be out and about and you be like, I'll just get something as I get back. And then you get back and it's like, I ain't hungry.
Go home.
Right. Like, I ain't hungry. The next thing you know, it's like, damn, it's 8 o'clock and I ain't ate since like 8 this morning.
next week we should have egg rolls.
Let me hit her up because she was affected by the power outage too.
She sure was.
So,
That's man. Have you been seeing this shit?
have you been affected by it?
No,
First
I
of all,
wasn't affected. Well,
Neither
Lux didn't have Wi-Fi when I was in there on Tuesday, but we still had lights, so our card.
Oh, that's
swiper
right,
for credit
because
cards
Time
and shit.
Warner was
Yeah,
down in
yeah.
certain areas.
So our card swiper wouldn't work and shit, so we closed a little early. But other than that, I wasn't affected by it at all.
Yeah, I was.
The lights flickered in here on Tuesday, but they stayed
Right.
on, and the Wi-Fi still worked.
Yeah, because the
I'm
show
surprised
afterwards, we
you
got
niggas
through it
was
with no
outside.
problem.
Huh?
I'm surprised you niggas was outside.
Yeah, we was outside for a minute because it didn't seem that bad while I was down here. I
Yeah,
didn't
when it
realize
was
what
one day, it was just
going on.
windy
It
as
was just
hell.
windy as fuck.
But apparently, that wind is what caused it.
Man.
I get off work on Tuesday. I get off work at 6 o'clock. It's not like sunny out, but it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. It's just typical sunset shit. So I get home, change my clothes. My homeboy brings my package. so everybody know what time it is.
Yeah, facts.
I had to make this gas station run because I don't have any more blunts.
Mm-hmm. I hate that run, but go ahead.
Gas station, right? It's at the corner.
Mine is too, but even when you're comfortable in the crib, bro, you don't be wanting to make that run.
It's
Motherfucker
like
be comfortable.
it's less than 2 minutes. It's just a quick one.
Mine is too. I still be irritated. Go ahead, though.
So I step on the porch and I'm like, okay, it's looking a little funny in the light out here. It looked like it's about to do some bullshit. But I'm like, I can make it to the gas station and back. It's not gonna take me that long. Soon as I walk into the gas station, I see this big ass gust of wind, and then like rain every fucking where in this motherfucker. No. So as my atmosphere can, like the neighbor who always catches me on the porch, he walk in like 2 seconds behind me, and this motherfucker is soaked. So, and then, so I'm like, well, fuck that. I ain't going outside. I got on flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt. Like, nah, fuck that. So I wait in the gas station. As the rain, it didn't really surpass, but it stopped looking like Hurricane Katrina in this motherfucker. And I had to watch the crackhead dude just like hit on women. Like watching a nigga with no teeth spit game is some of the worst.
The confidence of niggas outside the gas station. I wish I had that kind of confidence with women.
Like
I have all kind of bitches. If I had that kind of confidence, them niggas shoot at anything and everybody. They don't care.
She walked in and she had on like she was dressed like a hairstylist. This nigga said, "So what restaurant you work at?" I was in this motherfucking dying, dog.
Oh shit.
She was like, "Well, excuse me, I am a hairstylist. Yeah. I don't bust no tables." I was just like, and another lady walks in. He was like, "Oh, she look like Erykah Badu." I'm like, "Fam, stop harassing people."
Bro, you
like,
are sitting outside the gas station, bro. Like you gotta relax, my nigga.
Man, then got niggas like want to pump gas for $2. I was like, bro, I don't even have a car. Like, why are you asking me? Can you pump my gas, man? What did you see me jump out of? What did you see me get? Like, dog, niggas at the gas station, us.
Telling you the confidence of a nigga at the gas station, bro. I just wish I had that confidence.
And why are we talking about hood nigga? Like, hey, to all my Facebook friends, bro. Okay, please stay out my inbox. Nope. Soliciting, beats. No, not beats. Beats is cool.
Oh, you're talking about the
it's when niggas be trying to sell me my favorite hobby.
Yeah.
Well, they know it's your favorite. One, you post every day about how you high.
That if I post every day about how I'm high, that must mean I know a guy.
That
doesn't. We all know
he got it on deck already.
Right? Like I know a guy.
Let's be honest. One. How many times have you gone to some place and someone looks at what you got but try to solicit you with something better?
Don't do that.
That's what they do, bro. Like, come on over here to Death Row.
That
we
should
got
be
the best
police
weed.
Is a bitch to me. You inboxing on Facebook about drugs,
right? Like that.
I don't trust it, but apparently niggas in Milwaukee is too comfortable with it. So they created a whole group, and that's all they post in the group.
Niggas put their number in the whole Milwaukee and be like, "I got Loud Mobile."
Basically, that's what I was.
You just put your phone up.
Y'all niggas
is wild.
Like all
fucking weirdos.
For that little $30-$35, you niggas is wild.
About to get ran down on.
They just be like, "So this is how you live your life?
You just slide in people's inboxes and shit." Soliciting drugs.
Do you know how open Facebook is, bro? And you just put your it's 6,000 people in this group, and now everybody got your phone number. For what reason?
Why?
Why?
Like they look at it from okay, 6,000 people got my
from
number.
A marketing standpoint.
1,000 people called me. I came up, but not realizing in that 1,000 is one person who happens to work at District 7.
Yeah, right.
Who's kind of running low on numbers,
or it's a nigga who getting ready to tell on some people when he needs some motherfuckers to add to his case, and you look like a prime suspect.
Niggas inbox you like an entire menu.
Like they don't even have to
say, "Yeah,
man." Do you understand? They don't have to do stakeouts anymore. They just go online.
Oh yeah, when the last time you seen a stakeout?
No, you niggas ain't got a stakeout no more.
I got Fruity Pebbles and Frank Sinatra, $40 a piece.
These names.
I'm like, what the fuck? You have fruity? Like, bro, first of all, I'm never paying you $40 for some cereal. Not even a little bit, bro. I work at a grocery store. I get cereal. Like, why is it called Fruity Pebbles?
Because the weed is colorful.
No.
If you got the sticky, it's colorful.
if you call this shit Fruity Pebbles and then I bust this bag open and this shit
yellow,
just
pink, green,
and this shit just green.
Marijuana in there, exactly.
Nah, I want to see a fucking rainbow.
Bro, yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Man, motherfuckers, yeah, bro, this that fruity shit. And that shit looking like fucking dirt.
And what's Frank Sinatra pack?
Like, I don't know.
He sung like classic music and was a gangster part time. Like what kind of pack he got?
I don't know.
What kind of pack is that?
I could imagine that shit.
I just want everybody.
I hope it hit.
I just want everybody.
You think the Delta variant pack yet? That's out.
Well, who's in charge of naming this fucking drugs, man?
Dog, we are in the middle of a pandemic.
And niggas is naming it after the pandemic.
What happened to hey? That's why I fuck with my nigga, fam. My nigga pull up
mine too.
My weed is in a motherfucking plastic kitchen bag that got to tie the knot off.
I ain't got to deal with all the names and all that shit.
My weed comes imported in a jar, delivered by somebody special to me.
See, I'll take weed out of motherfucking jar. Yeah. But you motherfuckers with these do you guys know that you can probably get these packages off fucking Amazon?
Bro, they are in the smoke shop. Bro.
You can make them.
Go in any smoke shop in Milwaukee, they right there at the register next to the blunts.
You can make it. Wait till weed here is legal and I can prosecute you niggas for selling. Like, I would never snitch on you niggas hustle, but you niggas
niggas is putting whole grass clippings in cookies bags and shit. Like,
niggas are terrible.
Bro, Burner would never sell me no weed like this, my nigga. Why would you put that in that man pack like that?
I don't know.
That shit don't even match the name, right? That's what somebody said in the comments. It's horrible.
Disrespectful.
Some nigga at the gas station tried to sell me some shit.
Oh, niggas at the gas station, bro. They be having some babbage.
He pulled like the pack out and it had a picture of George Floyd. I was like, you know what, sir? I don't even want that.
Even though I know people is listening, most people are watching this shit. Don't you hate when you like walking past a nigga car or he drive by you? What is that? Oh no! I'm gonna run to your window like, dog, what you got, fam? Let me get like, what? Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You know the crazy part? I don't know if they buying or selling when you do that. So I keep on walking.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if you want to purchase something or you trying to sell me something. You're right, Tom. Because if you do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tone, if I hit you with this across the room, you're gonna be like, okay, either Scalez, we need to go buy some weed, or he trying to smoke right now, or he got some weed.
Right.
Like,
so my question is, what you want?
I don't buy weed from strangers like that though, man. Like, even when I'm out of town, you got to come through my connect. Like, you know what I'm saying? My cousin got to be like, hey, I'm finna send you to my guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just buy weed from niggas at the gas station or in the club and shit. Nah.
Like in Atlanta, I had a dude, but I didn't know who he was with, so we didn't get none.
That's cool.
No chances.
I had some.
Yeah, you brought.
I
usually bring mine with me, but just in case we run out, you know. We overdid it a little bit one night. You know what I'm saying? I need to re-up in the morning. I just called somebody in the city. Like, I'm not cold buying no weed from nobody, though. Like, never.
Someone was like, while we were driving, I was like, cool. I just stuffed my little canister.
She said, as soon as you buy your blunts, they be on your ass. Yeah, don't let them come in the store with you and see you buy no blunts.
That's really
fam, I got that bag all loud in the gas station like, gee.
Like my nigga.
I just whispered for these
right
backwoods.
Hey,
lady just
and these are legal.
So wait, so it's not just me?
No.
Because I realized that like last time I was in the gas, I'm like, why do we whisper what kind of blunts we want?
Because I think it's nobody's fucking business. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga be in front of you.
We will judge you over your blunt, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, let's be honest.
Nigga come in here and buy a pack of shows in front of me. I am going to hit him with it. I'm like behind you like,
low key.
What the fuck was that?
The chick who was in there who was an uppity stylist.
Bought some shows.
She bought some Swishers, and I kind of looked at funny.
Like, you knew to this.
Because I bought.
Yeah, you just started smoking weed recently, huh?
I was like, you know, I was standing in the corner with my little Duchess, and she bought a Swisher. I was like, ew, you're going to get cancer.
You belittled her, dog.
Yes.
I look at people weird when they pull out packs of Swishers.
I was like, you're going to get cancer.
I'm a weed smoking nigga, but I might.
Got blunt.
I might
weed
just hit your
weed.
Niggas. Could you like just being a weed smoker? Sometimes you'd be bougie.
You got to be, dog.
Can you imagine motherfucker pass you like, is that a Swisher? Yeah.
Oh, don't.
I've done it.
Don't smoke with bong. Don't smoke with bong niggas, though.
Or raw paper niggas. They ain't hitting your blunt either.
Nope, they don't.
See, See, I'm a smoker. I'm a savage smoker, so I'm hitting everything because you might have some gas in that swisher. So I'm a bear with this texture of this shit, but I'm a leaf, raw cone, raw paper, backwood.
See, and
Dutch
I'm a bold nigga.
See, he's small. I ain't really big
People
on the
who
pipes
smoke backwoods look like broken fingers.
They do. But they burn very slow, Juan. That's the whole niche to it. They burn very slow. That's the whole niche. It's not my favorite blunt, but I like it because it burns slow.
That just burns slow.
Yeah,
it's the
leaf.
Yeah,
it's that real leaf,
Supposed
especially if you get the real Dutch.
Yep.
Yes.
With the old colonial white man on there, not that 99-cent joint they selling us. You gotta get that 3-pack with them old white men and them pilgrim.
Don't judge me. I smoked the 99.
No, I smoked the 99-cent too, but if I see the Palmas or them other joints there, I will grab those instead. For real.
Look,
my homeboy.
You see Ben Franklin,
is
you gonna get your money's worth.
My homeboy is a coner.
Yeah, if you see Ben Franklin, that's the joints they sell at Walgreens and shit. Like, yeah, you see that one, it's up and it's stuck.
Like I saw him stuffing that motherfucker. I was like, oh, this is some fancy shit. I'm a primitive ass nigga.
Right.
I'm still in the gas station buying cigars.
Oh, you talking about the raw?
Yeah.
I was with somebody,
and it's got the nice little filter. I was like, you niggas is fancy.
Sometimes I use the raw filter in my blunts.
Okay,
those work too. I put it in my backwoods and shit. They work too. Yeah.
You don't burn your lips. Yep. Get all the smoke out of it.
Scalez is bougie.
Yeah, I'm bougie.
I'm
a stoner though, but I'm bougie.
He's been bougie.
I'm a stoner.
He has the body of a mannequin. Of course, he's bougie. The hell?
That's also a fact.
Like if you ever want to start a clothing line, just send it to Scalez. They'll fit whatever.
Any size.
You could probably model like toddler clothes.
I have one time. Not toddler, but guilty. You know how sometimes you be in H&M in the young men's section have a t-shirt that's not in the men's section. I bought an extra large out the young men's section.
So an extra large young men
it's a small pretty much in men.
Oh, okay. It makes sense. Makes sense. Was it a nice shirt?
It was one like a graphic tee. I think it had like the Rolling Stones or something on it. It was kind of dope. I bought it. It was in the H&M, but it was at H&M and it was in the young men's section.
I don't judge you because if I could, I would definitely, like, if I had a smaller foot, I definitely would buy women's shoes.
Oh, doper shoes.
Because women's, like when they come out with J's,
fire.
For the
women get all the colorways.
Cold ass colorways.
Yeah, they be having the sick colorways, bro. Air Max, Jordans, everything. Jordan 1s, especially Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
There's a Vapor Max I want that
only come in female.
Only come in the female color.
I'd be like, man, you some of my bitches. But you know.
I agree with
women shop more than men though.
True.
What's your favorite basketball shoe?
Penny ones.
You like the ones?
The penny ones was sick.
Those ones were nice.
The penny twos was nice too. Damn, basketball shoe.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My favorite shoe, because I just got them again, Jordan 4s. Only because they were the first pair of shoes I tricked my stepdad into buying for me.
Damn, I might have to go with the 11s.
Jordan 11?
Yep.
I can fuck with it.
I might have to go Jordan 11s. And then if we go recently, like in this era, I'm going to go with the KDs with the wings.
Yes, I am.
Which ones?
You know which ones I'm talking about?
They're not
when they put the strap across the front.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So then Kyrie kind of had the same strap, but KD shit was a little doper than Kyrie's was.
Oh, he recently just kind of brought that model back, but it's an upper now. It's like a mid or high.
Remember, it was only low.
Right, it used to be a low. Now it's a high.
OMG is tone eating. Yes,
he is. I think just like aesthetically, one of my favorite basketball shoes. Gary Payton had a nice shoe.
Yeah, a nice shoe.
The Zoom.
The Zoom was nice, bro.
That was nice as
before they put the zipper on them. I'm talking about the Zoom before the zipper. That's kind of what the freaks remind me of. Giannis shoe reminds me of the Gary Paytons.
So you like the Zoom before the. So you like the Zoom now is a low before they put just.
It looked just like the freaks, damn near. It looks exactly like Giannis shoe, damn near. But I like them with the zipper on there too. But I like the one without the zip. Too. I like both.
You know, a lot of people kill me because I'm not a fan of Giannis shoe.
I'm not a big fan of Giannis shoe either.
Like,
I'm more of a fan that he got a Nike deal, and that's my boy, and I'm proud of him.
I dig that, but
the shoe ain't all that.
Like I'll be saying, it's certain star players.
Shoes suck.
Like Nike just throw you motherfuckers in the fucking pile. Like Paul George, fuck you. Kyrie, and fuck you.
I think I might have seen one decent pair of PG-13s. One. They was like black with like some cursive shit on. I
was gonna say I never seen a decent pair, but I own a pair.
You own
the pair I bought. I thought was tight.
LeBron was doing good early in his career. South Beaches and taxi cabs and all that. I was into that shit. Thought all that shit was fire.
LeBron,
the Charlotte Hornet joints he dropped. I had those.
LeBron,
$225 for the shoe too. He was whacking like motherfuckers.
It's certain silhouettes of his shoe I like, and then some I don't.
It was kind of big and booty and bulky a little bit.
That's how I feel about Jordans. Like
Jordans did get weird towards.
No, what? The last pair of mics that I thought was okay was the ones that came in the silver case with the handle.
Okay,
you talking about the ones that had like Velcro
17,
you could take
like
off?
17s.
He was playing for the Wizards.
Right, okay, them 17s. The 18s wasn't bad, but I feel like anything after like 14, it's
questionable.
I'm not fucking with it.
Very questionable.
That was when Nike was like, you know what? Let's just buy your routes, right? And they just started dropping shoes because they could.
And I'll just be like, I know Mike ain't just.
He ain't sign off.
I know Mike ain't see these. It was like, yeah, put them out.
Now the ones he did sign off on, but I like those is the Ferrari ones. What are those? Like the 12s?
14s.
The Ferrari 14s.
The original 14s was black and red.
And
then some came, and then it was red and white. And then he dropped the Ferrari. Yellow. And that was like the red velvet or
with the yellow on there. Yeah.
Them motherfuckers called
fire.
So how do you feel about the NBA right now? Where do you think we had it?
I think niggas doing all this shit to lose to the Bucks. I think it's a bunch of tomfoolery going on to lose to the Bucks.
I really hope you're right.
I think niggas is doing all this super team shit just to lose to Giannis again.
Super team suck.
Yeah, that shit is fugazi.
I hope Giannis was watching.
First of all,
because he gonna have a tall order. Like I know we can do it, but he gonna have a tall order because I believe Brooklyn is gonna come back and it's gonna be fully healthy. So that's three right there.
I still don't see Kyrie playing a full NBA season, man. I just don't. Now, James Harden will be in better shape than he was when he got there because James Harden got fat in Houston to get out of Houston. And then when he got to Brooklyn, he was still fat, and that's how he pulled his hamstring.
Yeah, but
so Harden, because Harden's never been hurt in his career, bro.
Even as a fat nigga, he was still giving niggas 40.
No, but what I'm saying is when he come back this season, we will see the regular James Harden. Kyrie's going to be the problem in Brooklyn because I don't think he's going to be healthy once the playoffs come. He's never healthy. Never. That nigga's always hurt.
That's true.
Always.
I think Chicago got a little better.
I think Chicago got better. They're not better than Milwaukee. I think I think it makes them as good as like Indiana. I think they replaced Indiana where Indiana was like 6th.
Yeah.
Last year, that's where Chicago will go this year. I think Washington got worse.
For sure, they got worse. They definitely get in the first round. They get in the top 5 pick.
I don't like Boston without Kemba Walker. So the East looks real fugazi.
They got Schroeder.
Yeah.
I mean, but Schroeder's he's an idiot for turning down 84 million.
To end up with a 1-year deal, $5 million in Boston.
I'm like, fam, 84 million.
But right now they talking about he might not even start because they talking about starting Marcus Smart at the one.
Maybe he didn't want to go where he didn't want to be there no more.
No, he turned down the 84 because he thought he could get more.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did one of those. Yeah, he thought he was gonna get more.
You are not Bobby Portis.
He thought he was gonna get 120.
Yeah, he wanted like a max deal.
He wanted a 5-year 120.
Man, I don't want you on my team for 2 seasons, and this is 2K.
Come on, trash,
This
bro.
nigga want to fight, man. So who else made a move? I like DeRozan with Chicago.
Like I said, I like the Chicago moves. I think Atlanta will be better next year. I think Atlanta moves into the top 3 or 4 up there with Philly, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn. I think Atlanta moves into that conversation next season because they brought John Collins back, and that was the most important thing. They re-signed him.
Where do you see New York?
About 5th.
New York going to the playoffs.
Yeah, New York will be right in there. New York will be right behind Atlanta.
I'm still not going back to that relationship.
I think D-Rose and Kemba Walker are going to be a nice.
No, that's dope. They did. I think all their moves they were able to because I remember seeing the Knicks report when the season ended, and their biggest thing was to keep the core that they had,
right,
and then add a veteran point guard. So, well, they did that. They got Kemba, and then they brought back Alec Burke, Julius Randle.
They pretty much brought back the whole team. Back
New Orleans Noel. He re-signed. Everybody re-signed.
Who is new that they got? I don't.
It's just really Kimba. I don't.
Yeah,
they got Kimba, and then
they got somebody else.
Evan Fournier.
Yeah, Evan Fournier,
and I think he's a good piece there too. So that's what I'm saying. You got a young team like that, and then you add a Kimba Walker and an Evan Fournier. That's exactly kind of what they needed. And Mitchell Robinson will be healthy this year.
Oh yeah, New York definitely gonna be straight.
6. Yeah, New York will be 5 in there somewhere. I don't know what's gonna happen with Philly, but even with a bad Ben Simmons, they still finished top 3 in the East.
First of all, Philly smoking crack.
They want a motherfucker to give you their whole team.
If you think niggas is finna mortgage their entire future for fucking Ben Simmons, you smoking dope. This like he not. I don't know if he garbage or he just, like I don't know what he is, but he sucks.
It sucks.
He's big trash.
Maybe they doing this to prove to Ben Simmons you are not worth as much as you think you are.
Yeah,
but
I'm for real. He might be in the back office talking big greasy,
because
and they was like, "Okay, let me
this
show
is the
you."
only client that LeBron and them struggle with getting a deal done.
Every
Other Rich Paul client gets their money. Even Eric Bledsoe, like everybody else that is under LeBron and Rich Paul, and them, they get their bag, bro, and they get whatever they want done, trades, anything. Ben Simmons has been the hardest player to move
because nobody wants this nigga.
Maybe he,
especially after the performance that he showed you in the playoffs, but nobody wants you.
You 6'10", you went up against a 6-foot point guard and he smoked you. I'm talking about embarrassed you.
Bro, but would you want that on your team?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No. And you don't shoot threes in a shoot three league. Like, even if you can't make them, Giannis shoot threes, he can't make them, but you got to shoot them. This is a shoot three league.
What
bro.
they should have did.
Lopez shoot three.
What they should have did is before Ben Simmons got exposed in the playoffs, you should have took Fat James Harden and sent that nigga to Houston, and then there'd be Houston problem.
Yeah, because Harden was trying to get to Philly before he got to Brooklyn, because that's what Daryl Morey is, who left Houston. He the GM in Philly.
I'd have sent Ben Simmons packing some motherfucking fast.
Yeah, and then out west, I don't know. I think the Lakers are old. I'm worried about them as far as health. If everybody is there, I think they'll be good. I still don't know if they win the West with that roster. I don't know, because Utah's very good. Phoenix is very good.
Concept of
Denver
the Lakers
is very good. Like, it's some very good teams in the Western Conference.
All the niggas that they signed combined shoot over 40%
from three. True, but they're not high volume 3-point shooters either. They didn't go get a Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton type nigga. Like
I don't think you need high volume. I just think when you shoot, you just got to make your shots.
Well, I mean, that was KCP's role when he was there. He made over 40%.
Because Bron, AD, and Russ are going to do most of the scoring.
Facts.
So if I could get maybe 10, 15 from Melo, and maybe he's more of a defensive problem for somebody. Like, that's been Melo thing his entire. Melo don't fucking rebound.
No, he don't do
shit.
He
don't do shit. He just standing there.
Yeah, he was score. On the offensive end, he's a problem though.
Right, so. But I think as he gets older and the league, you gotta start playing more defense, man.
I've said this once. I'll say it again. Fuck Melo.
God damn.
End the story.
Melo might get a ring this year.
You think the Lakers are gonna win it?
No.
I said
I can't see the Lakers beating the Bucks.
Even if the Bucks don't make it, they're not beating whoever comes and replaces the Bucks.
I don't see them beating the Bucks at all, though.
Why did PJ Tucker go to Miami?
Money.
Because we couldn't pay him.
We couldn't pay him.
Had to go into the luxury tax. We offered him 2-year, $20 million, and Miami offered him like 2-year, almost $40 million.
Right.
Shit like that. So
we couldn't. He didn't want to go.
Bobby Portis ended up taking what we offered. Because in a year, Bobby can renegotiate and get that bag because the salary cap goes back up, and then we can afford the luxury tax. So that's why Bobby did the 1-year thing with us, and he coming back. But he gonna get his bag from us in a year. But PJ, his age, into his career, he's coming off a huge contract from Houston. The contract he coming off of, he got paid already. So he was looking for like a 2-year deal. It was either Miami, LA, or Brooklyn. So.
And he wasn't gonna go to Brooklyn because of what just happened. He ain't gonna go over to LA.
And he wants to Miami. I mean, he's a party animal.
Right.
Nigga, that's true. You know what I mean? I hated to lose him. Hopefully Miami suck. They do a buyout and we get him back here for cheap. You know how niggas bought out. Yeah.
I think in 2 years he's gonna come back anyway. If our nucleus is still the same, he's gonna come back. Everybody, when you win a ring with somebody, you always end up coming back.
Look at those old Laker teams and shit.
Right. Look how many people steal that.
Lamar Odom and Rick Fox and all them niggas kept coming back to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So Derek Fisher even. Remember, he went to Utah for a year or two, and then he came back to the Lakers.
What is your thoughts about the San Antonio Spurs?
I don't know.
Because
should they even still be a franchise?
No, that's just like, because I feel like I think this might be Pop last season.
No, they lost Patty Mills.
Because when you look at his roster, like Pop liked to play old school basketball.
He got all kids.
All these niggas is getting younger.
He got all kids.
And I think the last vet that you had was probably like Rudy Gay. But I think Rudy Gay is gone.
He left. Yeah, Rudy Gay
so
left.
DeRozan's gone. Like everybody is the average age on your team is probably 25. You not playing old school basketball with a bunch of young niggas that want to run.
So I knew they were in trouble a couple years ago when they took the Lonnie Walker kid. You know what I'm talking about? The super athletic guard with the dreads
with the
and
long
shit.
guys.
He's not a San Antonio player. They don't even draft niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? So when they took him, I thought they were already reaching. That was 2 or 3 years ago. I thought they were reaching then. Like, y'all don't even draft niggas.
They had
like
to be reaching before that then, because they remember when they took DeJounte Murray?
Yeah, but
he's the point guard.
He's the point guard, yeah. But he's a little different than Lonnie. Lonnie's like wild, pure athleticism, gangster street nigga. Like Jamonte is a good guy. Like he's a Chris Middleton kind of guy. Quiet, gonna show up, come to practice. That's how the white nigga is that play in the backcourt with him, the other young dude.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They both kind of mild-mannered,
I
tame type niggas.
San Antonio is a military city.
Yeah.
So
and Popovich was a military coach. He came out the Navy.
Right. I think this is gonna be
not
his last
used to
year.
these happy niggas.
That's why David Robinson was one of their biggest players, because
that's why they was willing to make that bank on him.
Yep, they drafted
where
him.
He had to sit out 2 years because of the military, because they already know how the city works, and he's technically hometown because it's a military city. So they was like, that nigga was gonna get love no matter what.
Tom, you should have went to the league. You was in the military.
No,
a 7 foot. He wasn't 7 foot 250
right
in the military.
He wasn't changing the game.
Yeah,
nigga, I'm 5'10".
Yeah, David Robinson was left-handed, could shoot.
You know who else in the league is only 5'10"? Muggsy Bogues. look, just remember that.
Look how little he looked.
Look how little he was.
Fuck him for putting fuck whoever casted the first Space Jam.
The first Space Jam was based on who was popular at the time.
So Sean Bradley was very popular because of his size.
What fucking
next to Shaquille O'Neal, he was one of the biggest people in the league.
And he was selling tickets at arenas just because it was to come see the 7'7" freak of nature. Like he couldn't score.
I'm like, so y'all
Muggsy Bogues actually could hoop. That was the thing about Muggsy.
You got to think about it, dog. Being that little to make it to the league.
He started 82 games for a playoff team. The Charlotte Hornets went to the playoffs that year Space Jam was made and played Jordan in the first round.
That Charlotte squad with him,
Larry Johnson, Dale Curry, Steph Curry,
Zoe.
daddy. Yeah, Dale Curry was the shooter on that team.
That was a squad.
Glenn Rice was the shooter on that team. They played defense and they could shoot.
They like a motherfucker. Fuck Sean Bradley.
I mean, you just mad because he didn't age well league-wise.
He was a scrub out the gate,
right?
But like I just told you back then, Tone, to tell you the NBA sold tickets for shit like that. Like your parents would be like, "Yeah, I bought a ticket to the Sixers game. You know they got that giant white boy,
right?"
And that would be why you would go, like because the Bucks suck, the Sixers suck, so you only went to see Sean Bradley because he's 7'7".
Or you used to be a Dr. J fan.
He was damn near gone by the time Sean Bradley. By the time Sean Bradley got there, they had like Clarence Witherspoon and niggas like that and shit.
Barkley was on his way out the door.
Iverson came after Bradley. That's when the Iverson wave started in Philly. I
wonder how Philly would have looked with Ivo and Bradley.
Right? I think they sent Bradley to Dallas.
Yeah, they did to be able to get AI.
And now Dallas got Boban and shit. They got the other 7 foot.
I mean, but you got to remember they used to have big niggas all the time. Like Manute Bol was a big deal.
George Mirasan. He actually did movies though. He's a real actor. This nigga dude did about 13.
Who was the big nigga that was in Portland? Adrius Sabonis.
Yeah.
Now that nigga, when him and Shaq went head to head,
Sabonis was cold though. We got to see the old Sabonis by the time he got over here because European players couldn't come to America the way they used to when Sabonis was playing.
Right.
He was sick. The Sabonis we seen was an old man with bad knees and a bad back, and he was still balling.
Right. He was banging with Shaq. He was the only nigga that could actually calm Shaq.
And he pulled Shaq away from the basket.
Right.
That's what taught the Spurs how to beat the Lakers. Like, okay, Sabonis pulled him away from the basket. Tim Duncan pulled Shaq away from the basket for us.
Yep.
So Ginobili can just walk to the rim all night.
Yep.
His son.
That's also why what was old boy in Dallas?
I want him to get out of Indiana. He need to get to a real team.
Hey, if he go to Denver and play with Joker, that might be.
He need to go to a real team.
It might happen.
Young Sabonis got game. I like him a lot.
It might happen, bro. No.
You know what, low key? That's what I want to see. Now I don't know if anybody ever gonna be smart enough to think about it. Hear me out. I want to see the Euro niggas form a fucking super team. Like, just imagine.
I mean, they could if you go point guard. You go Luka at the 1.
Right. Luka, Sabonis, and then we get
the
Joker.
Luka, Sabonis, the Joker, Giannis. Giannis is a foreign player.
If the Euro niggas
so you go,
form
think about
a super
that. That's
team.
Jokic at the 5, Giannis at the 4.
Right. Sabonis
at the well, no, Giannis will play the 3. Sabonis at the 4. Damn, Giannis plays the 3. Oh my God. Sabonis, I mean,
and then Luka's playing
Luka Doncic, and then we need one more guy.
Need a big man.
It seemed like we need a guard. It seemed like I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, we need a 2 guard.
You can grab any European at that point.
Grab any European at that point.
Evan
Fournier.
Be a role player.
He just gave the USA team 30. in the FIBA game about 2 weeks ago.
Right, just like what if the Euro niggas be like, we teaming up? How
Oh,
nasty?
damn, Rudy Gobert, Nicholas Batum,
What-
Patty
okay,
Mills.
what I'm
Jesus.
saying.
Okay, so
dog.
if you do it, what team do you do it on?
They could come out of London.
But you know,
They could be the London team or
no,
something.
I'm just saying, like,
No, you got to be an NBA team.
if we did
but if
regular-
they did that, we would be pissed.
if we did regular NBA, like they're gonna go to like a small market because them Euro niggas don't really be
They don't
giving,
care about it.
they don't
No,
be
they
giving
don't
a fuck about that big money. They like it's coming.
And they stay with your franchise forever.
Right.
They don't
Like,
leave
they
in
do
free
some
agency
shit like
or
that
none
in-
of that shit.
So
They do that shit like
Minnesota
Denver.
is what you saying.
Yeah,
Minnesota, Denver, they do that shit somewhere fucking random.
Because Minnesota don't have a ring under their belt. Yep, they're
'Cause,
holding Minnesota.
Because
Damn,
the
because
current,
they would have Bogdanovich.
because the Currents, they do that shit in Utah. Because like the current,
Yep, because
like,
Utah got the other Bogdanovich. dude.
and what made me think about it was like I had high hopes when they drafted Luka to Dallas because I was like, when Porzingis come off this injury, he gonna be like he was in New York
And they haven't
when
really,
he was killing.
and they haven't really gelled that well.
He fucking sucks.
Yeah, they haven't gelled that well.
So once again, fuck Porzingis.
Yeah.
Also,
And you know what's crazy? When he got drafted, they booed
him.
that
I like
nigga.
But
Go
they
ahead.
also booed LeBron. I just seen that the other day. Did y'all ever seen that? They
They booed
booed
LeBron?
LeBron draft night. He got booed too.
well, that's because everybody had high hopes on Carmelo because he technically should have been the number
Because
one
he had just
draft
won the
pick.
national championship.
Yeah, he should have been the number one draft pick. But high school niggas, they wasn't too keen on that.
Like, LeBron got drafted number one because he was the hometown kid.
Yeah, I mean the
That-
Cavaliers. I think the NBA did that on purpose.
Yeah,
I
it's
think him
true.
and Derrick Rose ended up in Chicago and Cleveland because the NBA
Yeah,
fixed the lottery. and
some of
sent
that
them
shit.
there.
Just,
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe they
some of that
fixed the
shit
lottery
be-
and sent them niggas there. That wasn't
Like
no
until I
coincidence.
actually see a ball come up
Yeah,
the little
like, that
vacuum and you
wasn't no
take it and show it, I always feel like
Yeah,
How these
I
niggas
be
is-
watching conspiracy videos on that, like on YouTube. Like they said that they fixed the draft the year Pat Ewing got drafted.
Yeah, it was definitely
'Cause-
fixed. They got caught.
Because
Yeah, they got took like to the Supreme Court or some shit and got caught that year. They literally fixed it for the Knicks to get Ewing in the draft that year.
right. And
Literally.
that's how I feel like it, because for it to be the draft lottery and no team who's not in the big one never makes it up there, that's how you know it's real. It's supposed to be a lottery. It's supposed to be a chance that even though the Bucks won, they could still get the top 5.
So this
pick.
is the thing. The NBA had
I think they've
already-
changed the rules now to the lottery.
No, they didn't change the lottery now. You
Yeah.
can barely cheat that motherfucker now. It's impossible to cheat it
Right.
now. But I'm saying, so for instance, let's just take the LeBron James scenario. Cleveland, right?
Right.
Struggling franchise.
At that point, yes.
See what I'm saying? NBA needs all 30 teams flourishing, bro. They don't need 15 doing good and the other 15 sucking. That doesn't balance the books
Big
right.
facts.
So, okay, 3 years before he graduates from high school, we realized we could put him on ESPN and get better ratings than a Jordan basketball game at the time, right? He gets
Okay.
better ratings than Kobe and Michael Jordan, and he's playing high school basketball. We're putting his games on ESPN. So that already showed us that we can get a bag off this nigga. So if we can get him drafted to the place that he's from, we can revitalize that franchise.
Oh yeah, they was already
In
building
10
that
years,
story.
look at what they did. The man went there, made money, left, came back, and won a championship for his franchise. In the 10-year span, he did that.
You know, and just by that theory alone will really make me think that the NBA is rigged. Because then just look at like the next 15 draft picks that Cleveland had. The only person that worked out was Kyrie. Everybody else fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
So even when LeBron left, the NBA tried to give them Anthony Bennett. It tried to give them Kyrie Irving. They had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row when LeBron went to Miami.
yeah, Anthony Bennett was terrible.
Think about that. When you lose your star player, like if Giannis would have left Milwaukee, the NBA wasn't going to give us no first round, the number 1 pick in the draft. They took care of Cleveland so much that when LeBron left and went to Miami, they gave them the number 1 pick the next 2 years in the draft, bro. And then they were in the top 5 because they picked Waiters 1 year. They picked Tristan Thompson 1 year. So they were even in the top 5 of the lottery. But 2 years in a row, they had the 1 and 2 pick when that man left. That's how you know the NBA was coddling them. I'll give you another example. Nike invested $250 million into the city of Cleveland when LeBron got drafted. Nike. They just invested like $200 million up here, though, with Giannis and his campaign and shit.
Have
But
you
they
ever
did
been to
that
Cleveland?
I have
terrible.
not.
I'm talking about a dump of a
They
city,
they
bro.
do not deserve to.
No, hell no.
They need it,
Yeah.
but they don't deserve
It's a
it.
dump of a city, bro.
Like
No,
you go to Akron, you might get robbed. You go to Independence, you might get shot for being black.
Derrick Rose has a lifetime contract with Adidas.
I read
When he
that.
signed with the Bulls and went to Chicago, Adidas showed up and invested in Chicago. Sports, athleticism, AAU teams, all of that shit. That was all a plan. Derrick Rose had been selling out games and television games at Memphis and in high school. He was the same product as LeBron. They knew what Derrick Rose was going to be. That's why he ended up in Chicago.
How you think the NBA going to look now that I think is the next coming draft? They've got rid of the high school.
Yeah, next coming draft, you can come out of high school.
So a lot of cherry picking from high school. I'm happy because I feel like if niggas really don't want to go to college, stop making them go to college.
The college game ain't the same anyway.
Because you got a bunch of niggas that don't want to play for it,
and it's watered down because a lot of niggas be like, fuck college. I'm going overseas, or I'm going to AAU, or I'm going to
But I think what's happening now that the college kids can kind of start making money on their own. That need for that college money
ain't that important.
It's not that important because they had to give the athletes some kind of a stipend or something to survive. But now that you can actually go out and still get deals, get money, take bribes, you didn't hear that from us. But it's cool now. So you don't need college like that.
So 2 years ago, take Zion. Zion didn't need to go to Duke.
No, he could have probably came. He could have came
straight to out of high school to NBA. I knew about Zion Williamson when he was in 10th grade. They've been talking about this nigga on NBA blog sites and all of that shit. He didn't have to go to college. College wanted to make some money off of him.
Right.
See, that's the thing. But the NBA and NCAA don't even have a relationship.
That's why I always.
That's why Adam Silver like y'all ain't eating off of us no more. Fuck y'all. We don't have a relationship with y'all like that. Y'all dirty. Y'all don't even take care of these kids.
That's why I respected Brandon Jennings. Because he jumped
and went to
like
Greece.
when you were required to go 1 year, like I'm not going to college, and he immediately went.
So now you got
overseas.
Darius Baisley that played for the Thunder. He did that. The kid that the Magic drafted last year. Damn, they took Greg Anthony's son, Cole Anthony, and they took another guard.
Oh,
he
RJ Hampton.
RJ Hampton. He went overseas too.
Yeah. Brandon Jennings opened up the door to say,
Lonzo Ball. He never went to college. I mean, LaMelo never went to college.
Yeah,
he went overseas and played pro.
Because you got to be removed.
19.
You got to be removed.
Yeah, you got to be at least 19 years old. That was the old rule. Now they going back to 18.
Yep, got to be 19 years old, and they want you to be
at
least
1 year
out.
Yeah,
so niggas went balled overseas for a year and then came back.
The NBA finna look real different.
Very, because you taking niggas out the G League now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you can get drafted out the G League, you can get drafted out of Europe.
They should have been doing that.
They should have been doing that. You can get drafted out of college and you can get drafted out of high school. So that's 4 pools that they picking talent from.
So now all these niggas who ball at the playground who said they never got a chance.
Now you can get a look.
Now you can get a look.
Because you can get into the G League.
You can get into the G League, ball out of control.
Oh, I forgot one. Shout out Mike Taylor. The Big Three is a part of that thing.
Oh, they
taking
niggas out the Big Three now?
The old
Shout
niggas?
out to Mike Taylor.
You can make a summer league team as an old nigga or as a young player. You can get drafted out of the G League. Out of the Big Three.
That's
fire.
So niggas who playing in the Big Three, you could possibly come back.
Facts.
Right.
This niggas playing summer league teams right now that played in the Big Three. Right. They just left last week to go to Vegas and play in summer league.
And that's what's up. I like the options.
Me too.
And
it takes the validity away from the college.
Right.
Because they were like We Energies. They were a monopoly.
And I don't feel like that
I
was
wonder
fair.
what they're going to do with the football programs in college. I wonder if that's going to trickle over to basketball.
Well, see, the one thing
that's
is
different though. You don't have that freedom to do that.
No, well, because
we know boosters pay football programs. We know boosters.
Oh yeah, we've been knew that. You got to,
because they just settled the case where now they can start making a video game again.
Are this color?
Right.
Basketball players are what color?
They're everywhere,
and they come from where? The ghetto.
Everywhere.
So they like, we're not taking care of these little ghetto bastards. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Our boosters don't give a fuck. It ain't they kids playing. 9 times out of 10, if my dad is rich, 1% white, and I play the sport, he's donating millions of dollars to that program. I'm talking about
type of nigga get a library built in his name.
That's all they ask.
That's all they ask. Build a dorm in my name or name the football stadium after me and my wife. You know what I'm saying?
My wife like flowers. Make sure that atrium over there is named after my mama.
Dope.
Some shit like that. And they'll be like, okay. That's why if you ever go to a college, bro, you 20 years ago, the college looked completely different. That's why. That money. But football is different, bro. There's no alternative football program you can be a part of and then get picked up from
like
there.
If the XFL would have worked, it'd have been an alternate program.
And that's something
I would like to see what it looks like when it comes back.
If he does,
because The Rock is going to run it, so I want to see.
So like arena football, Canadian Football League, none of those leagues measure up to the.
They don't
NFL.
measure up with
and they're not in partnership with the NFL. See, the smartest thing the NBA did was got in partnership. So you got NBA Africa, you got the FIBA League in Europe, you got the G League, you got the Big Three. The NBA partnered with those people,
right? So they can.
So now they're not competition anymore. Now they're funneling us their players.
So there's not. What I'm saying? So it doesn't feel like it's pillaging anymore. Yep. You don't have to be all shady with it. It's like it's an upfront deal, and it makes them other leagues give something to strive for. Yep. Like you want to come over here where people are making millions of dollars doing what you're doing.
The NBA finna have a network in a second.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Just so we can have access and
to all of this shit.
So NBA TV is going to be something completely different.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
it. And it should be.
It should be. I think it'll have a larger impact than what it got right now because, like I said, it's going global. Barack Obama just signed up to be one of the dudes that runs NBA Africa.
I seen that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that shows you how large and how big they trying to do that.
I hope the WNBA gets a little more love.
It seems like it's picking up, like as far as money behind it.
I feel like what they should do
when they put it on 2K, that was big.
Yeah, that was huge. That was way big.
Oh, I love playing with the WNBA.
That was huge.
Like that was way big. What they should do is take the WNBA and actually make it that they do play non-exhibition games against women teams from overseas.
Facts. Now I agree with that.
That way you can create that because most of them already played over there in one shape or form.
They should damn near do a world championship.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like you had a regular league championship, and then whoever wins, they can go over there and play against the FIBA champion.
Shit.
That should have been
number. So you got the FIBA playoffs, and then you have the regular WNBA playoffs.
And then you had a world championship, literally.
So the two teams, okay, that could be fine.
Like to say the Chicago Sky win, and then the team from France win. They
play.
And then the winner
in a neutral location.
The winner is the world champion until next season.
I
think that would help with the women brand.
Hold on. Or we could do it one better. Let's do it like FIFA do, where every 4 years, every country has a women team that represents them. And y'all ball out. I mean, we got it in the Olympics, but this is something that's outside of there.
And I think the women,
maybe do it every 2 years.
Because the men do it.
Yeah.
Outside the Olympics. We have a FIBA tournament too, outside the Olympics. That's how they figure out the seeding for the Olympics.
Right.
Yeah,
and just to keep it fair, you might not take your star players from the league. You'll take like your rookies and sophomores.
Because the way this shit works is sponsorship. So the more games that WNBA has on TV or they play, the more sponsorship money they can get. So my problem with them is they just not putting the product out here enough.
Yeah,
right. Because it be
and now is the perfect time since everything is women empowerment.
Because like I feel like when the WNBA first started, that shit was a big deal.
No, because they put a lot of money.
They put a lot behind.
They had regular draft night, just like if we was watching, the NBA.
Because Rebecca Lobo and all
Cheryl Swoops. Yeah, like that's when it was cracking.
But see, also the thing was the product of women's basketball in college was big, so that's where the WNBA came from. You had these Lobos, Diana Taurasi, even the sister who Dawn, the black girl who just coached the WNBA.
I know you talking. I can't. It's been so long.
Dawn Staley.
Yeah,
you had her, bro. They were like breaking records on television. Like UConn's women team going undefeated all those years like that. Every game that was on TV was highly rated. So you want to draft those girls and put them on teams places.
Right, because what was it, Tennessee?
Because they already got a following, bro. Like women's college basketball is damn near bigger than men's, dog.
I used to love women's.
Yeah, like with how rabid the fan base and the following is. You know what I'm saying? So that was the smart thing when the WNBA was created. You got to put Rebecca Lobo in New York. She's the biggest college basketball player coming from UConn. They haven't lost in 4 years, and she's the face of the team. She has to play for the New York franchise. You see what I'm saying?
That makes a lot of sense.
Cheryl Swoops and them got to go down to Texas. You know how many people we can draw in a Texas arena? So that's what. So if you look at the WNBA, they strategically placed their people in the beginning where they did it to try to make the franchise grow. Then I think they were under bad leadership. See, Adam Silver and them just took the shit back over a couple of years ago. I think they tried to have their own person for a minute, and it slid. They started sliding. Okay. Adam Silver took over probably about 5 years ago, and now it's back because now they're getting all the perks that the NBA get.
Yeah, and that's what they need. Like I fucks with.
Because wasn't they supposed to be expanded at one point in time that every NBA team had a match?
Had a match, and I think they're still working on that.
Yeah, because I remember it was supposed to be like the Milwaukee Does or something like that for the women. I was cool with that. I'm here for that.
Yeah, because I used to wonder, I was like, well, we ain't got no WNBA team. I think Vegas just got one. Yeah,
Vegas
the last time I paid
attention.
The Vegas.
But that was crazy because when I went back one day to look at all the WNBA teams that started, so many teams was moving to different places, dog.
Yep.
Because I was like, because I think at one point in time, Toronto had a team where they were supposed to have a team, but that team ended up moving to Seattle. And then, you know, when we lost the Supersonics, they moved down to Vegas. They was bouncing everywhere, bro. Charlotte had like 3 teams.
Yeah, Charlotte had like 3. Yep. So that's how that works.
That's all Michael Jordan's fault.
I think the women do need more
Jordan
TV time, more recognition.
TV time. That's it.
Like, and don't give them no bullshit ass contract. Like, if the game is at 8 p.m., I want the same fanfare for when the Liberties play the Wave. Yeah. Like, I want all that.
I think the last time I was seriously paying attention to the WNBA, it was like Maya Moore had just came out of college, and she was and then there was Brittany Griner. And I remember because Maya Moore got a Jordan.
Yeah.
So she was like the first WNBA woman with her.
She just won MVP.
Yeah, I just seen that. Game.
Who is that?
She went to Notre Dame. You don't remember like 3 years ago? She had the ESPY. She won an ESPY for Player of the Year because she hit a shot. She hit a 3 at the end of the Notre Dame game, and they went undefeated for that season and won the national championship. Yep, she was at the ESPYs. Like
now,
4 years ago.
The only thing I hated about that, and it had nothing to do with them, it was just how the world shifted. Mm-hmm. That the All-Star game for the women's was going on simultaneously as the NBA finals. Yeah. And like that's where I personally feel they are not giving the women the respect because let's be honest, fam, it's the NBA finals.
So they don't get all the press.
You got 2 teams who haven't been here since God knows when, one that's never been here. We not gonna pay attention to the All-Star game. We gonna, of course,
I definitely got a notification
for a week
while we was in Atlanta.
Right,
WNBA All-Star.
Right, I'm like, what the fuck? Too. I would have loved to have watched what would a women All-Star game look like? Like, do they have 3-point contest? Do they have a dunk contest, or is it a layup line? What is it? Like, I want to know.
No, I agree with you.
Stop talking. Is it a layup line? Ain't them hoes can dunk, bro.
Not all of them can though, and you're not gonna get the fancy dunks. We would care about any dunk because it's like shit. There's a woman dunking.
The thing that I think is dope about it, and even some hoop niggas I was talking to not too long ago about it, is the woman's game is more skilled.
It is.
As today, right now, we're literally coming across half court, setting a pick, and off of this pick, I'm either shooting or I'm passing. And that's the NBA's game. Period. Women are still setting screens. They still fundamentally doing shit with both hands. You get what I'm saying? They still playing the game at its rawest form. These niggas right now so pampered and the NBA got all the rules for the offensive player. It's like it's kind of hard to watch the shit sometimes.
Right, like look at when we played Atlanta, nigga. Every fucking thing was a pick and roll.
For 6 straight games, we had to watch these bastards run the same play, bro. Literally,
watching basketball now is just like watching like me play 2K.
Nah, I can't even.
No, it is because it's simulated. It's simulated.
But it's the running the pick and roll. Like on the video game, you run it because you like the AI. He's gonna get, and he's not gonna figure out to fucking move. So it's always a wide open dunk.
But Jrue Holiday's eventually gonna figure that out. If he sees that same play 8 times, the 9th time he's taking the ball from you.
When you do it,
that's what happened in Phoenix.
Form, you're not confusing people. You can confuse the AI on the video game, but
in real life, you can't confuse them all.
The only problem was Brook Lopez didn't want to leave the post. Like, we wouldn't have had the issue with Atlanta if he would have left the post.
Niggas really, in my opinion, ain't ran the pick and roll professionally since Stockton them alone.
No. Okay, so defense was different then. That's my point, Juan. You had to play defense then.
You had to.
So, bro, Malone was getting niggas on the screen every time because I got to guard Stockton.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I got to play defense on this guy because if I play D how they play now, Stockton would have had 40 and 20.
Yeah, Stockton would be killing.
No, he would have had 40 and 20. If I'm going underneath the screen, bro, and leaving John fucking Stockton open for a jump shot,
yeah, he gonna hit that.
Or even worse, you got Hornacek over here in the corner, who all his job is to do is shoot.
So think about when niggas play Golden State. That's why Curry be having 50. Niggas going underneath Draymond's screen, bro. So it's Curry, the 3-point line, and Draymond. The defender is behind Draymond. Easy. That's a free throw for that guy, bro.
Easy.
Damian Lillard, the same thing. Now, when you come over the screen, like Jrue Holiday did in the finals, Devin Booker couldn't get a shot off. Chris Paul couldn't get a shot off. Why? Because he said, fuck what we've been doing all year. I'm about to go do what I learned in middle school. Fight through the screen, nigga. But the NBA niggas is so pampered, don't want to get hurt, don't want to get touched. They don't fight through screens anymore. So Jason Tatum gets 50, Trae Young gets 50, Donovan Mitchell gets 50 because niggas ain't fighting through screens. See what I'm saying? When Malone is
low key though, because it's an influctuation of niggas who'd be dropping 50.
I said that when niggas was getting about Trae Young. I said, bro, everybody has 50. Joel Embiid just had 50 the other day. Like niggas have 50 all the time.
If you're a star player in this league,
you're gonna
drop
get 50.
You're gonna have your 50.
You're gonna have a 50-point game. Easy.
I think Donovan Mitchell was
I care more about
Clippers
in the bubble last year. Remember, Donovan Mitchell was having 50 in the bubble. Him and Jamal Murray was having 50-point games in the bubble last year, bro. Like
these niggas be scoring 50 like it's nothing.
But it's what I said. It's the way they're defended. Isaiah Thomas could have averaged 50, but he wasn't defended like that. Niggas, Michael Jordan, them pushing Rodman out the way to get to Isaiah. Now
they was
niggas
aggressive.
ain't doing that, bro. We watched LeBron a couple years ago, the best player in the league, one of the hardest working niggas, one of the best defenders, go underneath screens against Kevin Durant in the NBA Finals, and Kevin Durant had 46 goddamn points. You see what I'm saying? Because he was switching with Tristan Thompson and putting Tristan Thompson on KD. What's going to happen if you put Tristan Thompson on KD for 10 straight plays?
KD going to hit all of them.
Game over. You lost. That's why in Milwaukee, when we played him, if he scored 50 on PJ, he just got to score 50 on PJ. We're not putting Giannis on him. It ain't going to make a difference. This Kevin Durant, he's going to score 50.
But that's what made PJ so special, because he was aggressive.
Yeah, KD had to work. It
never got in his head. Yeah. It usually get in niggas' head. When a nigga scored 50 on you, like Devin Harris from here. Remember when Dwayne Wade went off on him in that finals?
Yes.
With the Heat, and he was playing for Dallas, and they beat Dallas that one year? Devin Harris said he never got how he got cooked by Dwayne Wade out of his head. It always fucked with him, dog.
Matter of fact, it got even worse to the point where PJ was getting in KD's head.
Thank you.
Because KD wasn't used to that level of defense.
Somebody being up under him because they don't play that kind of defense.
They don't play that.
In the NBA
they don't touch.
Anymore.
These niggas ball like they had COVID.
38.
He's from the old school.
Bro, PJ Tucker play ball like the old nigga at the Y.
Why, yeah.
He got old man strength.
He always played like that.
Like,
even when he was a young dude, he played an old man type of physical game. Yeah,
that's that Charles Barkley. That's
when you undersized and you strong like that, that's what you gotta play. Yeah. Draymond Green, it's a lot of niggas in the league that play like that.
I've always liked it Barkley because he was short for his position, but he didn't give no fuck. He'll run you over.
You know what they should bring back? Remember Hoop It Up?
Yeah, Hoop It Up was dope.
The 3-on-3
Gus
tournament?
Macker. We used to be at Mike Higgins. We used to have tournaments at Mike Higgins. I played high school ball and a little bit of college ball. Ain't that like the
prequel to the Big Three though?
Damn near.
Damn near.
Because like they would have like certain sections of like downtown down there by MATC.
Blocked off in front of the Bradley Center.
Bro, and niggas was out there really getting that shit.
They were.
I remember one time I hooped and Michael Redd was like the like he was at one of the Hoop It Up games, like sitting on the side.
Like, Hoop It Up
what's
really
dope about it? As long as you have 4 people to sign up, it did not matter your skills.
You could have been as weak as fuck.
As long as you have 3 alternate?
Yeah, you always have to have
okay, that makes
just in case somebody got hurt, you got to come in.
Hoop It Up was real
Very
like
white men can't jump, bro. That's what Hoop It Up used to.
But it was fun.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
I used to just love going to like McGov with my cousin and just sit out there watch all the niggas who thought they had it.
And that's really what Hoop It Up was for niggas who thought they had it.
And then the young niggas on the come up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what NBA Summer League is right now. Old niggas who think they got it and still got it, and young niggas on the come up.
One last run of them. Everybody want their Leon story.
Scalez, man, put it together, man. You got the research. Hoop It Up, man. We need to Hoop It Up.
We do. Facts.
I can see still pulling it off.
Yeah, Scalez can MC it and all type of shit. It'd be just like Babito at the Rucker.
It wouldn't be a bad idea though. Because we used to have in the paint shit here, you know what I'm saying?
I remember in the paint.
Right, and you let niggas.
Wasn't it a game too?
Yes, it was.
It was a very terrible basketball.
A video game?
Yeah, it was called in the paint.
Oh, very terrible basketball video game.
Terrible NBA game.
Woo, it was a run in the video game era before EA came along. It was some terrible basketball games.
See, now back then, like when you look at where video games like came from and how they progressed, you know, I'm not really mad at Madden buying like the NFL player license. Because when you go back and you look at all the terrible basketball games,
you didn't have the license. That's what made the game really terrible.
That was you had to do.
You had to have an NBA or NFL or MLB license.
But the NBA was selling it to anybody who came with a check.
They didn't care.
And then it's like when you go back, you look at like if you are a kid in this generation, all you know is 2K.
And an occasional EA pop.
And what you know of 2K is like every cover athlete has been a fucking superstar.
Facts.
I come from the era where they was putting niggas on the cover of games and you didn't even know
Dana Barros.
Why?
On the cover of like NBA Turn Up. That'd be like on Sega Genesis, NBA Turn Up. Like, what the fuck is this?
And then it'd be like some stars, you'd be like, all right, you good, but you're not good enough.
Be a cover boy.
They put T-Mac on the cover of some random ass, I think it was like NBA Starting Five. I was like, why the fuck are you here, though?
That game, them games was terrible.
Remember In the Zone, Tom?
That's what I was, not Independent, it was In the Zone.
NBA In the Zone was terrible.
You know one NBA game I want them to bring back, though?
What?
Streets.
Streets was dope. But that's EA, though. You know what I'm saying?
That
was an EA game.
But that's how you revitalize EA, though. Because Streets had that feel to it, though.
Remember Arch Rivals? Tone, you remember Arch Rivals?
You remember NBA Ballers.
Yeah, I remember NBA Ballers and NBA Jam, of course.
Jam is always, that's going to be forever.
He's on fire.
Like, even to this
day. That shit's a part of
like,
pop culture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, NBA Jam was so cold. They was like, all right, let's double the money. College Slam.
Yeah, College Slam.
College Slam was cold.
Streets home court.
Yeah, but they got rid of that division at EA.
As they should have.
So the EA big division is what made Streets.
Oh, the big.
EA big.
Well, so the big division, that's where Streets came from. But they went,
I used to be the
NFL one was trash.
Right, like that. Like
the
NBA,
FIFA one was lit.
NBA Streets was so good. They thought that was one of them situations where they thought we could slap this name on anything and it's gonna be good. Because NFL Streets was ass. I never played FIFA.
How did NBA Live fall off so bad?
It wasn't that they fell off. It was they wasn't. 2K was evolving too much.
Yeah.
Like at first that was ESPN's. It was ESPN basketball at first, but they got smart with their marketing. Like EA was consistently bringing you out the same game, but only a little bit tweaks. Whereas in 2K
would have new features.
It was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
But they did even one better. This game is only $20.
So 2K come from Dreamcast, right?
Yeah.
So
it was
Sega.
Sega. So it was like $20 for this game. That's all we gonna charge.
That was where it started to slide. Because even Live 05 is good. Live didn't become ass until 07.
Okay.
And it was like anything from EA that came out of 07 was terrible. Like
I think they were going through like a sale. They were going through a sale.
Yeah, they were. It was a lot of shit changing. The game, like, it even looked different. It was terrible. And then like that one bad game. And then 2K they started ascending, and then like Live came back.
Who had the broken
09,
system?
And then it was 2010. It was the last two good ones. But then Live wanted to rebrand for 2011. So they went away from Live, and it was called like NBA Elite.
NBA Elite.
And then they put KD on the cover, but they couldn't get the shit right in developmental. That game never ended up coming out, and then 2K put the best game out ever because that's when they started doing more with the My Career because you could go to like Draft Combine. Plus, they had this whole dedication to Michael Jordan. Ooh. So it was like you could play like all different moments from his career and shit.
And let's not forget, they were dropping what everybody else was dropping demos to their game. They would give you like a small preseason
full game. Yeah.
You get the preseason, so you'll get your high school career or your college career to play while you're waiting for the game to come out. So if you're going to create a player, he already had stats going into the new game.
So really, 2K really took the Madden storyline.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why even now, if you play 2K,
that's why I fucked up. They never adapted.
They never adapted
storyline.
Like if you go to 2K right now and you do the My Career mode, they give you an epic story to start with every time.
Every time.
Because that one year when Spike Lee directed it, dog, I felt like I watched. He got game too.
Tone, I watched the movie more than I played the game, bro. I swear to God, when I first got the motherfucker, I watched the movie like 3 times. Like this shit was like a movie.
It felt like he got game too.
But as good as 2K is, when you have no competition,
I mean,
it's just natural. You start doing shit.
And now to me, they seem like they starting to take their foot off the gas because they don't have no.
And it's like we get to the point where now every year you change something, but then the shit that you're changing, like now you're breaking something.
We're in that
shot stick still fucked up.
Well, we're in that console switch era right now, where you got old gen and new gen. Mm-hmm. So they're building based on the new gen, but certain things can't transition over because the old generation console can't handle it. Right. Like when we first went from PS3 to PS4 and from 360 to 1, if you still had the old console, you didn't get a certain career mode.
That's a fact.
One game they did not give you a career mode because it was built for the new console. And people was like, well, I don't get a career mode. I don't want to play this game. You can upgrade your console. That's what you need to do to get this experience. So I think that's where 2K is right now. Like issue with me and you with wrestling. 2K has the WWE division, and they skipped the whole year because that shit was trash and broken the year before.
2K,
but now that the new console
2K
is out,
don't know how to make wrestling games.
well, that they just kept slapping on a layer of paint on the old one. But now that you got now you got a bigger console with more freedom.
Y'all just made me think about
the
wrestling game at the mall. What wrestling game was that?
I hope you're not talking WrestleFest, my nigga.
Hey,
is that what I'm talking about?
You gotta be.
I got to be. Where $1 Million Man used to get interviewed by Mean Gene.
Yeah.
And shit.
WrestleFest.
You know that's at Milwaukee Knights, right?
That's the same game in there in the corner.
Game.
Okay.
Yeah, same game in the corner.
Milwaukee. Wrestling. Oh my god.
I used to when I was a kid. I was probably like 10, 11. We lived on 76 and Silver Spring.
I think you and Mimi told me this.
Red Carpet Lanes was like 3 blocks away from the crib.
81st and Carmen.
Walk.
Nigga, I lived in Red Carpet Lane.
Man.
Never bowled though, just in their arcade, bro.
Oh,
I
God.
rarely bowled,
Eating
bro.
French fries, playing the arcade. They be bowling. I be in that motherfucker whooping ass on WrestleFest.
That's crazy. Bro.
Cracking. I used to love that shit. They actually upgraded it, and they take all like the niggas who ain't got jobs, and they got them on like the 8-bit version of WrestleFest, but it's called something else.
Ready to wrestle.
Yeah, is what?
Oh, you talking about the 8-bit version? No, I don't know.
No, yeah, yeah, but it's not Fire Pro Wrestling. It's some shit. It comes out every year now.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's dope, and they sign all the niggas who ain't with nobody, so they can properly pay him for putting them in this game.
WrestleFest was cold, dog. That shit was
WrestleFest,
so real. Tone, how was them graphics that good back then, bro? That was a long ass time ago. Them graphics was dope.
And it still looks good to this day.
Yeah.
I think consoles had their own like developmental kit.
Well, I think because you had to take it from arcade and make it home. Make it for
right, so it's kind of like a shrunken version.
Yeah, all they did was transition it over. Because believe it or not, 8-bit games back in the days didn't take up as much space as we think.
So what's the best wrestling game?
How far you want to go back?
I'm saying of all time.
Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah, that'll probably be it.
That was WWF?
Yeah.
Okay.
SmackDown.
I mean, it's not too many people are going to play the out of the country games like, Wrestle Kingdom and shit like that. But at the end of the day, the WWE always copied.
So do baseball got a game?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what's their signature game?
MLB The Show.
Yeah,
MLB
that's
The Show.
now.
The show.
Back when EA was the king of shit, every sport had an EA game.
Yeah.
There was Madden, there was FIFA, there was Live.
I remember the hockey. We used to
there
play
was
the
NH,
EA
there was
hockey.
NHL,
because you could fight on there.
and then there was MVP baseball, and then they had a NASCAR game.
Oh, let's not forget the Little League baseball one too.
See, EA was just pissing away money.
Oh, they was
like, who was buying that shit?
Niggas was really buying the Little League one. You got to understand, bro. Baseball is white America's favorite pastime. Okay, it's always been that way secretly.
Hey,
and
I love
people will raise their sons to go play baseball.
I love to play like the video games, but I won't fuck with baseball.
I don't really like to watch it until playoff time.
I
don't like
and
watching.
I'm really be invested because the Brewers look like they going to the World Series.
Yeah,
so
I want to be I want to be 2 Ring City.
Baseball is slow to me,
but
it's slow to
video
watch.
Game wise, I do fuck with MLB The Show right now. Like,
and
that's
like,
one of my go-to games right
now. I
now.
was so happy because like PlayStation has owned that.
That was ours for
years. So this year was the first year.
Oh, and that's why they put it in the
it's double console.
Yeah, it's double console, and it's in the
and it was
what's that shit you get from
the Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
So, but here's how
that's how I got it.
Here's how they got niggas though. This is how they got me. So the Game Pass, because the game came out in April.
Yeah.
So the Game Pass was $1.
Yeah.
So you spent $1 on the Game Pass, and then the baseball game was free.
Yeah.
So I spent $1 on the Game Pass, and the baseball game was free, and that's how they got me.
Same here.
And now I think the Game Pass every month is like $14. It's nothing, but it was like that's how they got me.
You always get a free game.
And now I got that shit on both consoles.
I fuck with MLB.
It's on my old one. It's on
the thing about the show, which
I
is
didn't think
what
you
made
played video games.
Yeah, I play video. Everybody say that about
Everybody
me when they
plays
find out.
video.
Because I'll be like,
everybody plays
low-key,
video
I'm a-
games. It's just what it is. So they
I'm
play.
keep
That
it a
makes a
buck.
difference.
Like I be wondering, like, what the fuck does Scalez do in his free time? Because it just be like some niggas I understand. Like I know
that's funny. Even girls I date, like if they come by and they be like, "Oh, you playing a video game?
Yes.
I didn't even know you be playing video
you just
games."
look like one of them niggas. Like man, too old. This video games. It's a young nigga thing.
I'm still a sports guy. I even like first person shooter games from time to
I
time.
was gonna say sports is what makes most niggas plays video games.
Because I want to be a GM. You see, I just sat here and talked about basketball contracts.
I'm glad you brought it up. There were, I can't remember which sport was it that had a GM game. Because all it was like just EA general manager.
I think
football came really close.
No, it was football.
It was football because you could take your coach and your player and import them into Madden.
Right.
I remember that game, bro.
Like they were there was a GM.
It was called head coach.
Head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just literally that's the whole game. First of all, who the fuck is buying this?
But listen to me, I played that, but that's because I'm into that side.
Right.
Like when I buy 2K, I want to play my league and my GM version.
All this was precursor to
Even
what.
That's why I like the show because I do the my GM version.
And I was like, the show was the first game that incorporated that story mode for your career and then the GM mode itself, which is why it's the longest running baseball game on PlayStation. But like, who the fuck sat down in the creative team room
and was like, we need this?
Let's just make a game specifically for niggas who want to be head coaches when they grow up.
Yeah. Somebody probably laughed.
Like, how many motherfuckers wanted to be head? If someone says, "Hey, you can go be a football player," ain't nobody be like, "Nah, I just want to be a coach."
Yeah, nah.
Like, you don't go to school to be a coach.
Like, that's why I be telling people, like, you'll be amazed at the rabbit hole. Like, you will drop down on YouTube because, I play
TikTok has been getting me.
I play 2K. But like sometimes, because like the way my room's set up, I got 2 TVs. Mm-hmm. So I'll take one TV and I'll turn on YouTube and I'll just like, it's this one dude I watch and he just like, he play 2K and he just rebuild like franchise.
I know you talking about his hair like mine.
That's the black dude.
Yeah, black dude.
I watch a white guy.
Yeah, I watch a white guy too.
Yeah,
what's the white guy you watch?
It's like 6 Rings of Steel.
I watch him too.
And he just like I just watched the video. He rebuilt like the San Antonio Spurs. And I just be like, this should be intriguing. And then like I play 2K.
And then you go to 2K
and I'll be like, well shit, let me try to do. Let me rebuild some shit.
That was me when I literally I do the same thing. I used to I would never play the game itself.
Me either.
I would go to like the my league mode and I would pick a team. And I would, you don't know how many years I was rebuilding the New York Knicks, bro. And I would literally work my way to make the Knicks a credible team. I would never play the season. I would simulate the whole season, get back to the end. Okay, we did good here. We did
I need to trade this.
God
draft
damn it,
pick.
this motherfucker want too much money.
Or this nigga trash. He ain't been out to be
and then it was to the point like, you know what? I need these 2 players. His contract going to come up. You know, let me just go in here and change it. He's here with us for another 3 years.
See, that's why I like hanging out and talking to people. Because then like, I've noticed, like,
there's a lot of shit that people do that we just don't know they do.
Podcasting and like sitting here talking to like different people, motherfuckers are just like me.
Yeah, no, we are a lot. We're more alike than we are not alike.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most people are. We do all the same
like
shit.
People really be doing some shit. And I'd be like, okay, so it's not just me. I'll be on there too.
Like my thing is I don't have a lot of free time. So that's why I don't talk about video games and shit a lot. But when I do get free time, it's either a movie or a video game, or I'm watching some type of pod trying to do something, but that's like work to me.
That's work, yeah. Podcast has turned into fun work now.
You watch movies?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you watched the Suicide Squad.
Did you watch the new Suicide Squad?
I haven't watched it yet, but I planned on watching it.
You gotta watch it, Doug.
Because they said it's more funny than it is anything.
It's
that's
not kid. I don't feel it's kid friendly.
No,
it's
I heard
definitely
this one
not. Yeah, definitely not.
My daughter loves Haley Quinn too. I'm sure Chase probably seen the movie, and I ain't seen it yet. Because she got my HBO Max. And
she's already watched at least the cartoon, so she seems the worst of the worst.
Did you watch the new Space Jam?
No. I ain't
How did you not watch the new Space Jam?
Because I'm scared
you
to.
are a podcast.
We talked about it, but I was scared too.
Don't be okay.
Space Jam was good though.
Because I'm gonna go into it thinking about the
and you got to take that out. You got to take that out. There's only going to be like 3 things in there that's going to make you remember the old. You got to look at it as a brand new concept, bro.
Yeah, you just got to go in and knowing that like when they take things from our past and bring it back, it's not because it worked for us. So they figure, well, we revamp it and make it and give it a coat of paint that fits this new generation.
It makes it more current.
It'll work for them.
We gonna watch it because we watched the first one, but it's not the replay value is not gonna come from us. It's gonna come from our kids.
Anytime I could take time out to get high and watch some shit,
No, I like I said, Suicide Squad was on my radar. I just had
You gotta watch
play
it.
on Space Jam.
Yeah.
It's on my HBO Max.
You gotta watch it to understand the Milton
So
jump.
what-
I keep making.
Okay.
What have you been watching? Are you watching any Marvel? Did you watch Black Widow?
Yeah, I watched Black Widow.
Have you watched the new What If episode yet?
No, I haven't.
You gotta watch it, fam.
Okay.
So they started with the What If Peggy was the super soldier instead.
Yeah, okay.
Damn good.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
think it was gonna
what
be
they did with this one, not to give the thing away, but what they did was the Loki situation at the end of his What If is supposed to be the Watcher telling you some of them branch realities that happened.
Kind of almost like some Tales of the Crypt type of shit. Okay,
Basically.
yeah,
So
that's
because
dope.
this is what happened,
Marvel's Twilight Zone.
here's
That's
some
dope.
here's some situations that are variants
I love
of
the
what could have
Twilight
happened.
Zone, by the way. Go
Which
ahead.
do you like, the current one with Jordan Peele?
I haven't seen the current
I'm-
one. Tom,
from what
network
people
they
been to-
come on?
I think he's on Chiller or something. I'll let you know. I'll let you know next week.
See,
But Jordan
that's why
Peele-
I love Pie. I just find, like, you don't look like a nigga that watched the Twilight
Oh,
Zone.
no, I'm Twilight Zone. I'm all that.
You
type
know,
of shit.
I'm gonna keep.
what
it
was the other shit? It wasn't the Twilight Zone, but it was something similar to it.
I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries,
It wasn't Unsolved. Fuck
That's
Unsolved Mystery.
but
Fuck
Nigga,
Unsolved
I
I'm
Mystery.
scared. I'm scared of it though.
Nigga, I
That's what I'm
watched-
saying. That's what I'm saying. Fuck Unsolved
nigga, I
Mystery.
used to watch Agent Scully and Mulder.
I used to watch X Files.
What?
X Files used to crack.
X-Files.
X-Files, man.
That was great television for the
But-
90s, bro.
And they
Great
still didn't they
television.
leave you on a cliffhanger still?
Yeah, I think it ended on a cliffhanger.
It hit it on a
Yeah.
cliffhanger, then you had to watch the movie. But even then, the movie was a fucking
But no,
cliffhanger.
I'm a Twilight Zone dude
I
because I'm a history and science buff, and those things base everything that they do off of what you think you know, and then they give you a warped, you know what I mean? It's this warped image. Of
I
that
heard
shit.
it was coming back.
That's the
No,
Jordan
that's
Peele.
the-
That's the Jordan Peele.
X Files.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I heard they
read
were
somewhere
talking
that
about
It
rebooting it.
was going to be a reboot, but I didn't know if they was bringing the original characters back or if they wanted to put a little
Like,
twist.
nigga,
on
I
it.
remember the music. How that motherfucker used to come on and
Yeah,
everything. I used to
dog.
fuck out the X Files, bro.
X Files was cracking.
You know, it was dope. Mulder and Moldy was. I mean, Mulder and Scully. That
I
was
feel
dope.
like I ended up watching a lot of shit randomly because I watched wrestling. So it was either something that came on before wrestling or it was something that came on after wrestling. I got stuck watching it.
I just watched Tenet the other day.
That was
What's that about?
different.
That was good.
It was good, but it was different.
It was different. Yeah.
It was different. So let me make sure I got it right. Wasn't it they had a contraption that made things go in reverse,
yeah.
but those who had it would still go at the regular speed. So this whole time, this whole 1 hour and 30 minutes, we've been doing what we're doing. Meanwhile, somebody is reversing that whole time backwards,
Facts.
and they're doing shit during the time we're being reversed. Think of damn, what was that movie with Anthony Mackie in it? It was something Bureau.
It wasn't Tupac.
Dog, will you
Nah.
let that go?
Please.
Captain America was Tupac.
Dog.
It is
And
hilarious.
Notorious.
Gee.
No, he was so terrible in Notorious, bro.
Speaking of Notorious, can you tell your boy to upgrade his movie quality,
Man.
bro?
I feel like you know him.
I feel that's why I keep saying. That's why I say it to you every time because I feel like if you don't know him, you will run into him
Why?
soon.
Because I'm in a group with a nigga who looked just like him.
We all in the group.
His
with that nigga.
doppelganger.
We
You know,
all,
Mark Strong, Bergie's his doppelganger.
We all say
Gravy
that.
and Mark Strong
Yeah,
are the
Bergie
same
was here.
person.
Yeah, I got on that nigga the other day
they're
about
the
that.
same person.
When he posted that big worm looking
Yeah.
ass photo, I'm like, Bergie, you got it rolled.
No, the man mama even said they look alike. Bergie was like, bro, I always get on your ass for doing this. But he said, my mom said I look like this nigga the other day. I told you, I said, bro, that's your doppelganger. But it's weird with Jamal. I don't know what he's on
I just
with
think
that.
he comfortable.
Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Have you met him?
No, I'm going to the movie tomorrow.
Right.
bro.
See, they gonna be buddies tomorrow. They
Yeah,
gonna
I'm going- he
exchange
should be at the
numbers.
premiere.
He
Maybe
gonna
I
be
can
on the
say something to him.
podcast in a
What?
couple of weeks.
So is this a Milwaukee movie he in?
Yeah. He's
What
just-
the fuck?
But he be in Detroit movies. He just do local
he just-
B-level,
he
C-level
just B-level
movies.
shit. He do not want to go up.
Notorious is the only up movie he's ever done.
How much? He can't be charging that much.
And Gravy used to be a rapper too, a pretty decent rapper.
Yeah,
too.
that's I think how he got the role.
Bro, yeah.
He can't be charging that much.
He can't be charging that much.
Like he probably doing.
He probably
these.
like get my flight, my pay for my room while we there filming, and give me a couple of dollars, bro.
His work-life balance just fits
yeah.
it. He doesn't want to be Hollywood.
He definitely probably getting.
Because like, bro,
He
go to
getting
like
compensations.
Amazon Prime and just type his name in, bro.
He
Like
got
40
That's what made me
low budget
Dog.
nigga movies is gonna
Oh,
pop up, bro.
dog. There's this chick. I started following her on Twitter. became Instagrammers like LA the Boss or something like that, right? She's in this low budget ass set it off like movie. And this nigga plays the club owner that work at the club that she's stripper at. I'm like, dog, you was the last nigga I expected to see in this movie, but why are you here? You need to upgrade your life, bro.
Hey, man.
We could put him in something Marvel.
All I'm saying is
he can get on Disney somehow.
Look, Tone, it's the age-old theory. Everybody's a boss. Who's the worker?
Yeah.
So if everybody want to be in an A-list movie, who doing these garbage ass B-rolls?
Bro, I feel you.
It's the fact that we know he got the acting skills to do A-list movies.
But does he? Because he's really only been Biggie.
He's only been big, and it wasn't hard. He's a rapper from Brooklyn that's fat.
And he was dark-skinned.
And he was dark-skinned, fat, dark-skinned rapper from Brooklyn that grew up on Biggie's music. That wasn't hard to do.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much research.
He was pretty much himself.
Yeah, pretty
fat
much.
Brooklyn niggas act like Biggie.
That's a fact.
Scalez, I need you. If there's anybody I request for you to have on your show, get this nigga.
Hey, because I'm gonna ask him those questions.
Please do it on a Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him those questions.
I ain't gotta be on a Thursday. Just do this stuff.
I'm gonna ask him because I want
to get off at 6 now.
Right, I want to know, like, did he sign like a lifetime contract with a company or something?
And this is not a knock on him. I just want to know, like, bro, are you comfortable? Like, maybe he might have been like, my acting skills really ain't that good, so I just keep taking. You know what? Respect.
Fine, I respect.
I'm cool. I just want to know, like, bro, I'm tired of turning on Amazon Prime, and your catalog is about as long as Denzel Washington.
Come on, man. And Samuel Jackson, but you in some terrible shit.
Like, I want you to elevate
my guy. To the loyalty to the game and all them type of like. What the fuck is this?
Like, he do urban fiction novel movie adaptations. If he is in Lola, I quit.
Would you ever sell out?
Of course.
What's considered selling out?
No, let's change it. Would you buy in?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think it's more buying in.
Well, somebody got to buy in for you to sell out. People don't understand.
Would I buy in? Like, if somebody wanted to come buy the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast tomorrow, they can buy that motherfucker.
But what
is that okay? So, like,
what did they change?
If you were to,
that's my only gripe. I'm
because you're an artist.
I'm such a creative.
Do you got to talk to the rest of these niggas that work here, or you could just sell it?
Or do I? I could just sell it.
Yeah, it's like you don't gotta confirm.
I ain't gotta consult.
So you could just wake up and be like, "Damn, you got a whole new boss." Fuck
yeah.
You don't.
So you can sell it, and all of a sudden, 101 episode, Rory and Maul is now your co-host,
exactly.
And Cherie and them
just Spotify is paying everybody bills and shit.
And you just you go. Are you going to at least slide them a going away check, a severance package,
a severance bag? But my thing is too, that would be the line in the sand with me because I'm such a creative. Like, I wouldn't be able to.
They're gonna change.
They're gonna change it. So that would be my gripe. If you want to buy this, you still got to give me some type of creative control.
I also think TikTok hates me.
It hates me too. All of a sudden,
what happened?
So Rudy made this post.
I've never went over there, but Rudy said, "Yeah, if you go over there, you can get more."
Right, Rudy was like, "Hey man, y'all gotta try this."
Yeah, y'all tripping. I don't see none of my brothers on TikTok. He tagged me in the post. I still didn't go over there.
I'm like, okay, because I'll be on TikTok, but like I don't do what Rudy does. So I'm like, I'll give it a whirl. I posted a clip.
You got
I made sure I'm like, okay.
You're not cussing.
There was like vulgarity. I was like, we'll find something where I did not use a profanity word.
Fact.
I was just laughing. So I put the clip up there of when I asked Ashley about the table.
Yeah.
It was very fucking simple. All I said was, what kind of table this lady got? Everybody has a laugh. That video was up for no more than 5 minutes before I went back, and it had no sound. I was like, oh, TikTok can suck my dick, fam.
And that's why
I didn't even cuss.
I tried to post a clip from the one with Aziz in them, and they was like, this violates rules. I'm like, fam, y'all doing too much now.
What rules?
I'm taking my talent back to Twitter.
Yeah,
I can at least say what I want and see some ass shaking right afterwards.
And now it's like
when I refresh my screen.
Right,
I understand.
You ain't got to refresh it. It'll be there for you. Bro, I be at work. I'm sure I can't be like, hold on, let me gotta cover your phone before you open your Twitter because you don't know what to expect.
And now it's like I understand what the creative people be going
and
through.
And I get TikTok. It though, but in
because it's like, so I can make a video and it just be giving you some information, and you'll mute that video. And then, like 3 videos later, it's a bitch who ain't got on no clothes, twerking and pouring water on herself, and that was okay.
I don't know, bro. They just don't like. They don't like us. Because if I get blocked, you know something wrong.
Right? Because you the most wholesome person I know.
Because I got a whole brand up to worry about. I got to always make sure that my brand can always be seen when need be. So I got to clean it up. But the Death Fresh show, No, it's just not gonna post, bro.
Yeah,
I let my coworkers listen to our last show. They was dying at my office. I work with a bunch of ignorant people. I don't mean ignorant like they stupid. I mean ignorant like we can be the same people at work and at Lux. Okay. So they was just dying. They definitely was dying at you, dog.
You know,
because the show started like, how are you gonna tell me that I'm misbehaving? Off top, they was dying.
Because you can't tell a grown man you misbehaving.
No,
Bro, were you not on some ill intent? Do you not do shit with the intentions of disrespecting something?
No. I mean, not the people. Something, yes, but not people.
Misbehaving.
I'm just saying, did you see who we had in the building last week? She wants to live a normal life, right? She talking about, oh, I'm normal. Like you walked
yet during the conversation,
your whole thick ass in here to say hi to Scales like he wasn't going to stop trying.
It wasn't even Scales that stopped. It was
B
Jones' first time seeing her.
Off too. I'm just better at controlling mine
because you've seen her enough times.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was Jones' first time. She admitted she stopped traffic before.
I believe it.
She admitted.
Why wouldn't she?
I wonder what it tastes like.
But shut up.
Man, I got so many inboxes when I had that girl on my show. From her ex-husband and everything, my nigga.
She told me about that. That's when she had to go on Mike's show.
Yeah.
Do you think it tastes like coconut water?
Shut up.
I don't know, bro, but that thing nice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
and you know the funniest thing in the world?
Like passion fruit.
When I first met her, I didn't even notice it. We didn't notice it until she stood up.
I didn't notice it on social media until the day she came down here, and
that's what I told her.
I always thought, like in the face from her, like her picture or whatever. I always thought, like, oh, well, she's cute or whatever.
Yeah, like,
but then when she came down here, I seen the full package. I'm like, what? And you, how? Oh my god, like
just hit 40.
Yeah, that's right. Looking
40
like
and free.
I was serious. You just cut that out.
Like I can just only imagine what her DMs and shit look like.
She showed us that once before too. Filthy.
Y'all didn't catch me in there, did y'all?
Filthy. No, you wasn't in there.
I might have been in that moment.
Look, you know what? I want niggas to be like,
you know what? If a woman ever shows me her DMs, I would never tell who's in there because first of all, it's not my business. But you'd be surprised who slides in directions they shouldn't be sliding.
I want niggas to be okay with the fact that you slid in somebody's DMs. Like, bro, if you was there, you was there.
If you was there, you was there. Who cares?
Like,
what you supposed to do? You ain't gay, is you?
Right.
Like, that's very attractive.
You'd be wrong not to slide in that.
I'll be looking at my DMs. I'll be like, damn, man, I gotta stop smoking. I'll be somewhere everywhere in the middle of the night.
No, have you ever gone back to your old Twitter feed and looked in your inbox?
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize who you used to talk to?
I looked at my inbox one day and I was like, you know what? I've given out my phone number a lot.
Back in the days, a lot.
Like, a lot. Like, I was giving bitches my phone number worse than the nigga in the whole Milwaukee posting about he got loud.
Like, a lot.
Like, just, I was like, fam, why you just, like, every 3 months, like, dog, why you keep giving your number out, bro? Like,
dog, were you just copy and pasting down the road who was up that night?
Man.
You're not wrong. They was wild. Twitter After Dark was definitely a whole experience.
You got to have some cool when you slide on Facebook.
Them people is,
on Facebook, they want you to be spicy with it. Put some pizzazz. Show like you tried.
I posted our picture because, after my show, I always take a picture with people. And when I posted that picture on IG, I'm talking about niggas was in my inbox going crazy.
I can expect that. I can expect that. But that I get that a lot because now that Shannon records with us too, I get that a lot from her too. Like, niggas really be asking, like, dog, what's up? None of your goddamn business, dog.
Nah, bro, you got to put niggas on.
Huh?
You got to put niggas on.
Nah, fam. Some of them, not saying Shannon or Sarita is anything like that, but sometimes the pretty face ain't got the best mentality to talk to.
They definitely don't.
So I'm not finna let my niggas talk to a chick who's cute, but she one dumb as fuck, two rude as fuck, and three thirsty when it comes to pockets.
What's the name of her pod?
Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's me.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen it.
She just started. She does everything on her own. She just records here. So her drops and everything are done by her.
I like a young dummy.
Not really, bro.
I don't want to date you. I just want to fuck you. But I like a young dummy.
Yeah, you just want to have sex with a young dummy. You ain't trying to build nothing.
Right,
but the young dummies don't go away.
Yeah, they're like stray cats.
Like, they don't go away.
Once you feed them, they come back.
And you got to feed them to fuck them these days. Even if they chicken wings.
And food be so... First, young ladies, if you're listening, I need y'all to take like the kind of vagina y'all got, and then y'all need to pick like a better pay scale because Y'all be wanting expensive ass meals for like this mediocre ass vagina that they out here giving out. I don't appreciate it. Like, don't ask me for fucking Ruth Chris and you giving out McDonald's pussy.
Somebody said, I think I seen on Twitter where they was like, a bitch was like, yeah, I need lobster and steak or something if you want this ass or something, or you take me on a date. And the one dude wrote her back like, they don't sell that shit on McDonald's menus.
Right, like
Man, they ain't got no lobster and steak.
These hoes got frozen custard,
Mac crab,
and they be like y'all got fucking Zanas type vagina.
Zanas, bro.
Yeah, Zanas is kind of high end.
Right, I'm
like,
like,
go JJ's.
Damn,
Sharks.
Oh, ooh,
I was thinking Chicago subs.
I roll
them too.
Right, like y'all be wanting all this.
Like, I'm not spending Buffalo Boss on y'all.
Texas Day Brazil and shit.
They don't even know how to spell.
Do you know you have value meal pussy now? And you want Texas
you want Carson's,
right?
Yeah, right.
You want me to feed you Carson's, and you out here
Carson Daly
giving out
lunches. A sandwich from him.
You giving out lunchable pussy.
You okay, Juan?
Am I okay?
Has somebody offered you lunchable pussy recently?
Yikes.
No, not in my present life.
Not the oily lunch meat in the pack.
Man,
Lunchable
the
meat
brick cheese.
Is it the make your own pizza one?
That's kind of high end.
Nah, bro, because I never understood the fact that you're supposed to make this pizza but not cook it.
Yeah, you don't cook it at all.
So
hey, that's a wild.
That's wild when you think about it, bro.
That's a wild thing.
Pack of sausage on some pita bread, cheese.
That sauce cold as a motherfucker because you know niggas keep the Lunchables in the fridge.
So the sauce freezing. So it's cold pizza, pretty much.
That piece of bread cold as a motherfucker.
Right. I'm not. No, I would never give my kids.
Who the fuck in the boardroom was like, that's the one?
They looked at the lunch menu. Like, what does kids come to eat at school? Ooh, pizza. Let's make one. How are we gonna do that, boss? Just give them the things. Let them make it. You know, kids like to make shit. Kids used to go crazy over the fact that they was making their own little pizza while everybody else was eating the hot ham.
Yeah, but no one has hurt me. It's just I read social media.
You can't go off of social, especially Facebook.
I'm not going off of social media. It's just like the thought of like there's really someone in the world, like even if it's just a repost, there's someone in the world who thinks like this.
Yeah,
and they think that this is like the post that Tori put up.
Which
when
one?
the chick took a picture of her son pumping gas.
Yeah, oh, that was so fake.
And she put all the sauce on the caption.
Bruh, here's the crazy shit. So I clicked on it to go look at maybe she just being funny. No, bro, that is her. She's been doing this. It's like 3 or 4 of them in a row, basically making it seem like her son is the great. That's bitches who date their kids that I tell you about. Where they make their kids the man of the household. So when they get older and he go get a real woman.
Or he don't want to listen to her motherfucking ass and he a Kia boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you don't
need a man of the house and shit.
I was just looking at
but then she gonna blame his daddy for not being there.
And I'm like, it's 14,000 of you jackasses that like this. And it was 800 of you idiots that gave it a fucking heart.
The nigga looked like he didn't even know what he was doing.
Like she looked like she made him put his hand on
like
it.
He didn't have a clue what he was out there.
Right, like
did
this go here? I guess
he just wanted fruit snacks out the gas station.
Bro, I just the shit like that. I be like, see, don't do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
Right, like it's cool to flex for the gram, but goddamn, that was a little much, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I did that one time when Lily was outside. I was shoveling snow, and Lily came outside the place, and she picked up a shovel. I took a photo. I was like, "Look, I'm teaching her that she don't need you niggas." And I only posted it because that day all these women was online. I need a man, come shovel my. This is what I miss.
But that's funny.
It was funny because she was out here doing it herself. You know, Lily a crybaby. She wouldn't do it on her own now.
Was like, yeah, mama, I'm gonna pay the bills, and I got gas money. I'm gonna bitch. No, he didn't say no shit like that.
Nigga, first of all,
the nigga probably asked, "Hey, fam, can you bring me some juice and some Skittles?"
No, the funniest comment I seen. The funniest comment was somebody said, "You expect this little nigga? You expect the nigga who still think that dogs are police officers and firefighters to pay your bill?"
That's fucking hilarious.
Like crazy.
Hey, Paw Patrol, cracking.
Hey man, I guarantee you, if they was real, we wouldn't have the power wouldn't be off still. They would find a way to get this shit going. This should be done
ASAP. They get that shit done in 30-minute episodes.
You know what I have discovered though?
Hey, I got a question before we move on. Why ain't there no pit bulls and Rottweilers on Paw Patrol?
Because those dogs are seen as evil, and we can't have that.
Them some hardworking niggas though.
And you know what? I watched this dude on TikTok, and he be giving like these random ass animal facts.
Dog, I be watching, dude.
He broke it down. He was like, "You want to know the real problem with pit bulls?" He's like, "Niggas, you niggas are the problem.
Yeah,
like pit bulls are trained to be comfort animals and very nice and peaceful.
We turn them mean and fight them.
You niggas need help. Why would you take a peaceful dog and just like punch him in the head?"
It was
feed him gunpowder.
This is one person on TikTok I watched.
Animals, dog.
Yeah, who does that?
Feed him gunpowder.
Like, are you feeding your kids gunpowder?
Or like niggas who just want snakes. I never understood.
I don't like any
walking around with it on your neck.
And it be mostly women that walk around with no problem.
Like,
snake bigger than you, but you comfortable with this thing.
You
know it can
hang
swallow
out
you whole.
with an animal who you, to the best of my knowledge, I ain't never seen a white boy train a fucking snake. He gonna do what the fuck you want to do, and you think that it is okay to just rap him twice.
We haven't figured out the snake's mind yet.
Yeah, you just like rapping twice.
They don't have. They do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, like they don't follow no rules.
I am a firm believer of anything who does not have arms or legs, and if I haul ass, he can still catch me, or he can still harm me without fucking throwing. I'm not fucking with this.
No, that's some other shit. You right.
Fuck. Like niggas be want to play with snake. Play with your bitch. Don't fuck. Nah, I'll shoot you in that fucking snake. Like dog, niggas is off deck. Like bro, you live in the slums.
Look, fam,
and you want to go and buy $6,000 iguana.
Look, a snake can kill you just because it's scared. No.
What is it scared of? Because I'm more scared than he is.
Most snakes, when they attack, it's because they're scared.
And niggas be going to buy. And then, like, you always hear the story about, like, the snake getting out the cage.
Yeah, shit like
they
that.
always do. They just push the roof off the cage and just get the moving around.
Like, bro, he ain't got no legs, but he's standing. Fuck you.
Or the fact that they like to get next to warm bodies and they may wrap themselves around you. And they don't know they on the street. They got retard strength.
Yeah, they got retard strength.
So they could just kill you and there's nothing you can do. Like, literally, people have to kill the snake to make the snake let go in some cases.
Like,
so you at home by yourself, just chilling, and your snake done crawled up and wrapped you up, and now you suffocating, and you can't scream for nobody because first of all, you too good for a man, so you live alone now. Here you are dead.
I don't know too many women who want a pet snake.
Most women that I've seen, they hold snakes with no problem.
It's like fucking retarded. Well, it's a woman. Most women are retarded any fucking way.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
I just like I saw a clip. Well, one of the clips was like a little caption on Facebook, and it was a lady. Like I don't know if it was real, if it was fake, but it seemed real to me. She was like, "Something's wrong with my snake. It won't eat." So she took the snake to the vet, and the doctor was like, "So like your snake won't eat?" She was like, "No." She was like, "Does you find your snake just sometimes stretching out?"
And he was making himself big enough to eat her.
And that's exactly what the doctor said. Doctor said
every night he was laying next to her, measuring himself.
Right. He is planning to eat your goofy ass.
Facts.
And you just think this is okay. Snuggle bunny. You're a stupid motherfucker, you. Tone, you want to get a snake?
Fuck you.
Yeah. I don't even like dogs. I don't fuck with animals. The most I ever have is a fish.
Yeah, I'm not one of them people either. I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah, like you know the type of niggas I hate when you like, hey man, could you ask them politely, hey bro, you put your dog away.
Oh, he ain't gonna do shit, man. Don't worry about it.
He ain't gonna bite. Fuck you.
I don't want his hair, breath, spit, nothing on me.
Every
put
time,
his ass away.
Every time a nigga say my dog don't bite, I'm like, you're a lying motherfucker.
He don't bite you.
He don't bite you.
Right, like you feed that motherfucker. He don't bite you because he need a place to live.
My job has a random little dog that just walks around.
He don't know me. I walk in or he catch me in the hallway on the way to the bathroom. I'm an intruder because he don't see me on a fucking everyday basis.
Facts.
And if he's doing his job, he should be biting you.
See, like I hate niggas like that.
And dogs know when you on bullshit. So you go by a girl house because you know you just there to smash. They gonna hang around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who are you, nigga? Why you here? I smell your pheromones, nigga.
Yeah.
What you playing?
As an adult, it's a lot of shit that I realized I hated as a child. Like when niggas be on the block playing cans And then you get the goofy niggas that's walking through the block and he ain't got a leash on his fucking dog. So everybody run on the porch. He like, why y'all running, man? What y'all scared of? Ain't no fucking leash. You goddamn idiot. Oh, he ain't gonna bite. No, again, he don't bite you.
Niggas swear they the dog whisperer.
Right, like now what happens if this motherfucker get a hold of somebody out here? We don't know you. Where the fuck we gonna have to kill your dog? Then you gonna be upset. Cause we don't know you. Then I don't know. Niggas are goofy. How long we been here, Tom?
It's time to go home.
Time to go. Damn, we ain't talk about no music.
That's on you. But you know, like Scalez will be back, bro. Like it's not like you can't say, "Hey, bro, stick around a little bit longer."
Scalez is a party promoter and a part-time whore. I don't know what he does on Thursday night.
I thought he was a full-time, part-time party promoter.
Oh, so you thought he was a full-time whore?
Yeah, that part.
Oh, you still a thought?
Nah.
You chilling? Are you chilling because you
chilling?
chilling?
Dog.
I'm chilling.
Are you chilling because you chilling, or you just chilling?
I'm chilling because I wanted to chill.
No, that's cool. You know,
ain't nothing wrong.
Break.
Every once in a while, thoughts have to, sit down and
refresh.
Cool off.
You got to charge your battery.
Reset.
How was the summer for you?
It was all right. I went out of town a couple of times. It was cool.
Cool.
It was cool.
How was your summer, Tom?
Active. That's the only answer I'm gonna give you.
So,
because I've been to Puerto Rico, I've been to Atlanta, I've moved way across state lines.
Atlanta was cool. I don't see why you like it so much.
He actually went out and did shit, nigga.
Yeah, I lived there for 8 years.
No. Even when he was there, he went and did shit.
But I lived there.
It ain't about doing shit. It's just like
you didn't like that. You don't drive, so that was definitely an issue for you.
You don't drive, you ain't gonna like Atlanta.
Right?
You gotta drive to do shit in Atlanta.
Yeah, but not driving. And then even if I did drive, I would understand why I hate this shit. And I don't know if we just picked like the busiest weekend to be in this motherfucker. It's like everything was busy. Everything had like
Atlanta.
That's Atlanta.
Atlanta's just busy. Period.
It's a fast-paced city. I appreciate everything that goes on down there. It's nice to visit. I would never live there. Like it's real pretty.
Yeah, because if you live there, you can't really live in Atlanta. That's
right, and that's the
people
thing.
Who say they moving to Georgia or live in Atlanta, they don't live in Atlanta.
No,
like 40 minutes outside.
I feel like
it's
Atlanta,
hard to live in central Atlanta.
Yeah, I feel like Atlanta is like an upscale version of Milwaukee. Like how there's like Milwaukee, but then there's places that surround Milwaukee.
So the difference with Atlanta is that you're correct. Their suburbs are black.
Right.
So Lithonia, where Usher and the Migos are from, that's a black affluent suburb. That's where black principals, black pastors.
I don't know who lives where we were.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got
we were in the Asian community.
We was in the Asian community,
bro. The fact that everything was written in Chinese and then English.
Yeah, it's a heavy where we stayed because we was like 30 minutes outside of like downtown.
But I will give something that I give Atlanta credit for. Every little pocket neighborhood also had a thriving business district.
Absolutely.
So you didn't really have to go to downtown Atlanta unless you wanted to.
To get everything you needed.
Everything was right there.
In the subdivision.
Yeah, it was in this little subdivision.
How everywhere is down there.
And shout out to like, hey, if you like Popeye, stop eating that shit up here. Because that shit down south here way
KFC
different.
And everything tastes different.
If you like Hennessy, stop drinking that shit up here.
Hennessy was better in Atlanta than it was.
And then like even the DoorDash menu for like Popeyes was different. Like Popeyes had a $20 family meal. Got like 4 sandwiches, got 8 pieces of chicken, and like 4 apple pies. Fucking amazing. 20 fucking bucks. All together, it was probably like $28 because it was DoorDash. You know, they got to get theirs off the top. I got back home, looked on DoorDash, and it was like, you could get 12 pieces of chicken for $40. I was like, you motherfuckers are terrible.
But we allow it, though.
Nah, I didn't order.
I know you didn't.
But it's people who will.
Like, that's norm to them.
Mm-hmm. We should take more trips.
We should. I do plan on it. You know, I want to go see a different city next year.
Yeah,
because I'm done for the year.
Where you want to go?
I don't know. Let's go west.
Let's
go west.
All the cities that we drove through to get.
I'm not driving to California let's go to Cali.
No, but like all the cities that we drove through, like I kind of want to go back. Like wherever the fuck that big ass crossing was.
I'm not stopping there, bro.
Let's not stop there.
The church was smaller than a normal house, bro, and the cross was big as the fucking Statue of Liberty. I'm not stopping there.
Yeah,
That is a fucking commune over there somewhere, bruh.
Where
There are people who
were
wear
we?
potato sacks living
I feel
in the
like,
grassy knoll.
I feel like we were somewhere between like Kentucky and
We was in
Tennessee,
Tennessee.
when we saw that shit.
So that alone, Kentucky and Tennessee, not for niggas.
You know what else baffles me about a road trip? Like, we've driven to places before. So, like, when you stop at the rest stop, and then there's the sign. No. But then, you know, there's the gas station. Then it's usually connected to a restaurant. It might be McDonald's.
The Hardee's or something.
Why the fuck does everything have a help wanted sign? There is nothing around this particular place. Who the fuck are you hiring?
Yeah.
And how the
it's in
fuck
the middle
did they,
of nowhere? Yeah.
like, I can't even email you the address like that. Just how I get there. Well, you drive up like 270 for 3 hours. I'll be here. I don't know what else to tell you. So how the fuck I get here?
I mean, we are in a like global recession, so everybody's looking for help because don't nobody want to pay nobody. But I feel what you said.
You're gonna need more help to get there than
right. I feel
help.
That where did we stop at? Was that Denny's?
Yes, and they needed help. They had a help.
Well, the fuck, it was a whole family working at Denny's though.
And dog looked like Luke Perry.
He did look like Luke Perry. I'm sorry. Everybody was working there. Denny's as family. So 9 times out of 10, somebody probably just left to go to college, so they need to replace this person.
But again, all it was the rest stop, the Denny's. There was a gas station across the street, and there was a Burger King that nobody was working at.
Burger King was so desperate for help. They was like, "Look, we short staffed. We don't even have the lobby open today."
This was in Tennessee.
We don't know where the fuck we was at.
And I think we was probably like an hour away from being home.
Yeah, we was like outside of Illinois. We was like in lower Illinois at this point.
Okay.
No, the Waffle House we went to in Tennessee was,
bruh. Meg was bigger than the Waffle House.
Meg the Clydesdale.
Like, dog, when I tell you, you ever seen a big, healthy white bitch?
Yeah.
Where her stomach is bigger than her ass?
They're going to ban that off YouTube. You cannot say that.
Big, healthy?
And no, the big, healthy was fine. It was what you ended it with.
White bitch?
Don't say it again.
Was she not white?
She was white.
Was she not a big bitch?
She was pretty nice to us.
Was she not a big bitch?
She was big.
I don't see what the problem is.
I just you can't be saying white bitch all over the internet.
Why not?
Because for one, it's Bill Gates' internet.
No, it's
I'm
not.
sorry, it's Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Wait a minute, it's Google, so it's not either one of theirs. YouTube is Google.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. It makes a big difference.
See, he always telling me what I can't say. And I ask him politely not to say white bitch, and all of a sudden I'm the problem.
Bitch. Oh, Kyle's mom's a bitch. She's a big fat bitch. She's a big.
We should go to Ohio.
Why? Did you not just hear us explain how there's not shit there? Fucking Dave Chappelle doesn't want to stay there.
Yeah, Ohio's trash.
Well, first of all, I only wanted to go because it's a wrestling event. It's not like we finna just be in Ohio. It's not like I was like, let's go to the Buckeyes.
Look, the whole conversation was we need to take more trips, and out of all the places you choose Ohio. Look, bro.
I'm sorry. I should have led with more information.
Definitely.
Okay. I mean, usually you would say why you want to go to Ohio.
We just got done talking about trips, so I just assumed that's where we still were.
And then I was just gonna say, well, it's wrestling, so we should go see the wrestling show if they don't shut the world down. Because
I was like, let's go to Cali and hang out with Baron and them.
Yeah. Do you feel like they're gonna shut the world down again?
Nope. They can't afford to.
So. They can't afford
to.
They finna be giving you niggas no more.
They don't want to give us no more money.
$2,000 of shit. They not doing that.
Give me some more money.
Somebody walked in like, hey man, y'all might have to cut these niggas off.
They just gonna mandate. I think they're gonna go back to try to mandate masks.
That shit don't work though.
That don't work either.
They publicly have said the masks really don't work.
No, they don't.
You know what? Like
the vaccine don't work. So
not anymore.
None of this shit works.
I would feel a lot better.
Tuskegee all over again.
If like whoever's running this shit, if Kamala or if Biden want to just get on TV and be like, look, bro, COVID is COVID. You're gonna get sick, whether you got a mask on or you don't. We're not shutting the fucking world down because it's too expensive to keep paying you niggas. So go have fun at your own fucking risk. If you are not comfortable with going outside with 10,000 people, then brother, don't fucking do it. But if them three niggas feel like a 10,000 seat venue is where we need to be, just know that you walked in this motherfucker under your own risk. So if you leave the show and now you have symptoms of your asshole falling out, You didn't have to be there.
Here's the thing. They have not figured out a way to administrate some form of remedy to suppress COVID that they can make profitable yet to say something like that. The minute they figure out how we can make money,
well,
they'll tell you, yeah, you can just go back to
normal. All I know is,
see, the vaccine is how they making money. So
that's why they pushing it so hard.
All I know is I got one shot. I ain't getting no more.
I didn't get none of them. And it's not that I don't want to. It's one, we've gotten to the point where there's people who've gotten sicker
after the shot.
So I'm like, first of all, I can't take that risk. I don't want to be the nigga who died because he went and got the shot. Okay. 2, you can still get COVID after the shot. So it's not your typical, we gave you COVID to help your system learn it so you can fight it, like chicken pox. You talked about that on your show Tuesday, how they would put all of us in the room. You get chicken pox, you good. So if anybody else got it near you, you don't give no fuck because you won't get it again until you old and get shingles at that point in time. You know, that's not what this is. They ain't told, is it airborne? It's airborne. Is it not airborne? If I lock myself in the crib, can my kids get it? Until they tell me kids got to be vaccinated, then I'm not in a rush to get it done. I have a nurse that's a wife. I have a wife that's a nurse. I have 2 sisters. I have CNAs. None of them have gotten a shot. If the medical personnel in my family ain't got it, I am not going to jump out the window to get it.
I didn't want that shit either.
I'm just saying, I'm literally, I'll be waiting on Teresa. Teresa just need to tell me, hey, I'm going to get the shot.
I understand like why I had to go get it.
Yeah, I mean, understand, but until I get a job where I have to go get it, I still might even quit.
I'm like, look, you motherfuckers in here, the people that get sick, my immune system is pretty solid. You talking to a nigga that is 0 below outside, Juan. You get a jacket, no, pass me my hoodie, and then we're going outside. I don't get sick like that. If I get sick, it's because the baby is sick, and she only got sick because she went to fucking school, and kids are fucking filthy people.
Kids are germs.
And you should know, you're a teacher.
Yeah, kids are germs.
Do you, like, how do you as a teacher, how that work?
I just don't really say much. I'm tall. I'm a black man. Kids are intimidated by me.
How many rap battles have you started at school?
No, they don't even know I rap or do no shit like that.
You just come in. You just a fly nigga. Come in with the drip.
Yeah, that's what they always.
They be like, "Ooh,
my hair and my shoes and shit." That's what they.
You teach black kids or white kids?
That's
Spanish kids.
That's the way it was with Ladrea for a while. They didn't even know she was dropping music at the time. Just going to class, Miss Man.
I think I'd be a colonized teacher.
Would you?
Yeah.
What subject? I'm not gonna say you probably wouldn't. I just want to know what subject would you teach?
That was a good. Okay, maybe I can't be a teacher. I just want to be the nigga that go in and tell kids about like real life.
So the drug dealer who just got out of jail?
Yeah, but I ain't never been to jail, nor am I a drug dealer.
So you wouldn't be good at that job then.
Then you got to be recovering.
You got to be recovering from something
like a mentor.
Yeah, just go be the assistant coach.
Like, I just
of some team.
After watching how Killer Mike interacted with kids on his little show, I feel like we need more people like that.
But Killer Mike is a special breed.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't tell kids like they wasn't gonna be shit. He just didn't lie to them little motherfuckers.
He's a Umar Johnson who actually tells people the truth.
Like,
because he went out and tried it to find out.
Like, just think about it.
From experience.
Right.
When
like the locks, he living off experience.
Right. Like when he went out and tried to literally live black. Mm-hmm. Like he only wanted, and he found that you really can't do that.
Can't do it.
But he tried. So he's not going to tell you don't go be entrepreneur. He might be like, look, I went to go live black. We had no black folks here, and here. So these are some good careers to try to go for.
See, I fuck with that.
See, that's why
I just feel like I'm 33 years old, and it's like when you think back to when you in like K5 and
they don't listen.
The teachers, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then there's the kids. It's like I want to be a doctor. I want to be a veterinarian. And, you know, I'll be a firefighter. And then the teacher goes, "You can do it," and then boom, that's it. She don't say you can do it, but you're gonna be in fucking debt for 3 years, or the fact that you're gonna go take all this schooling and probably never be what the fuck you wanted to be.
That because they're not supposed to do that.
No,
like when a little kid, up until Obama, if a little black kid said they wanted to be the president of the United States, white folks wasn't telling them, "Nah, give that up."
That's why I respect my guidance counselor from high school. She was like,
that's the job for you.
Like, I respected her because she kept
even though those rarely exist now.
She kept shit a buck with a nigga,
that position,
which is dumb.
She looked at my motherfucking grades and was like, "You got to do something, my guy, or you gonna be in this motherfucker for 5 years. Do you really want to be in high school for 5 years? Just imagine you watching all your friends walk across the stage, and your dumb ass got to come back for another year because you can't get your shit right." Now, I ain't saying that that's the best approach for every kid,
but it works.
But sometimes niggas really need to hear the truth. Like, you he, because we had a president that passed a law where there's no child left behind, so we ain't gonna do nothing but push your ass out the door once you 21, or I think that was a cutoff when I was in high school. You got to be here till you was 21. If you can't figure that shit out by 21, you gotta get the fuck on. But they don't got nobody. Like, she was honest, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be in high school 5 years. She's like, okay, good, that's a start. So now this is what we could do. Found out that I had to go to an alternative high school, which means I had to leave all my niggas. I had to go to school way on the side. And my intention wasn't even to go to school on the south side because they had just built, you heard of Kilmore South, right? They had just built the north side campus on 27th and North. Okay. Went to go sign up. The person that we were signing up with.
It's in that same lot with the dollars.
Yes.
The Family Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
In that same
so we went to go sign up, and the person that was doing the applications happened to see my last name. She said, "Oh, I know your peoples." Told my mama, "I'm gonna take them on the south side with me in good hands." I got to go to school for 3 hours, motherfucking day, and I graduated. So, like, just sometimes kids need like honesty. Like, you don't got to be a dick about it, but you have to let motherfuckers know, like, what your fantasy is ain't your fucking reality. Like, I get it, you got all these high hopes, but you ain't doing the necessities to get to your high hopes. Yeah. So you want this 6-figure job, and you probably just gonna be a Walmart nigga all your life.
Damn.
But that's because you're not taking the steps to get to a 6-figure
I'm not.
job.
I'm just saying
you are taking
the
steps to be a Walmart nigga.
Facts.
And I mean, if that's your role, it's not a bad role. But once you get that role, you got to take the steps to move up.
I mean, work is work.
You can't be 40 and still the nigga outside pushing carts.
But that goes back to what Scalez was saying. Like, guidance counselors are actually important, and they're phasing them out because if nobody tells them the reality, the Walmart job might be a fucking achievement to her household.
If we just pushing you through school because of the No Child Left Behind Act, then what do we need guidance counselors and social workers for?
Right.
That's what those people work.
That's a fact.
At work for. Social worker would find out, like, okay, his parents are going through a divorce. That's why he been acting out.
Right. It made sense.
That's completely removed, bro. I get a classroom with a list of 30 kids on it. Fam got ADHD. Fam got Tourette's. Fam got this. They still in my classroom. Want to know why? Ain't no more special ed classes either.
Damn, they got rid of that?
Bro, all that shit is cut back, my nigga. So that you'll end up with those kids in your room. So I got to teach a regular kid like you and these 8 kids with disabilities. So, in 45 minutes, I got to teach this lesson and get it done.
That's impossible.
Especially if they are
because you're going to go through it.
Autistic, any of that shit. Tourette's, ADHD, all of that.
Kids can't function like that.
At
all.
And
then you got to think about the other kids in the class who don't understand
his behavior. So they're making fun of him. You're dealing with all kind of social shit, bro. It's crazy. But that's because they broke down the structure in the schools. You used to have social workers because my mom was a social worker. You used to have social workers and guidance counselors to deal with that type of shit. They'll come get Timmy out of class. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for a couple of hours.
That shit don't go on no more.
No, you got Timmy all day.
We had like the kids who like
ever since they closed Pleasant View, and broke it up that they had to be sprinkled into the school system is when shit went downhill.
Yeah.
Because as much as people were like they're being separated from the rest, it was better for them
socially.
Yeah, because my when Mikey was at that school, Mikey was at his best, bruh. Because everybody looked and behaved like him. He didn't feel like he was different. Then when they broke that shit down and put them niggas in one room and the low, and now they just get moved through the hallway like they need Jesus to guide them to the fucking water. He didn't like that shit. He was ready to get out of school.
I wanted to be in one of them classes.
That's because you felt like you could skip and do nothing.
No, that's not why. I like the small class size.
So you
see, I can't.
You need a different
I can't
school.
be in. I can't be.
It. So the alternative school was the best place for you to be. In.
Like, that should have been your method of school.
I couldn't function in a class of 30 people because then when I need like the extra, hey, come here and explain this one more time.
We don't have
so
time.
I
just explain to you as a teacher right now. You don't have time for that.
You don't have time. So like going to an alternative school, it was cool. Like because I was still on regular school time, so I was used to getting up early. So 7 to 10, it fit me. There weren't that many people in the classroom when I got there at 7 o'clock, because why the fuck come to school at 7 when I could show up at 10? So it was a very small class size, and then all the work was done on computers. It like that was the kind of school I probably did, because it's like you're an independent worker, and she let me work the way that I wanted to work. So like I could sit here with the computer, and then I could have my headphones on. So I'm not bothering nobody. I'm sitting back in class, and I'm doing all my work. I'm getting shit done. And like, yeah. So
that would only have worked good for you for so long, though, because eventually your social skills would have been ass.
Terrible.
And then we're throwing a non-sociable person out in the real world, and then we're wondering why, McDonald's are
trouble
getting shot up.
adapting. Yeah, he's having trouble.
My
adapting.
social skills is why the fuck I almost didn't graduate.
But that was good. It was a good that you got that in the beginning. You need a school where the important classes came from 7 to noon to 1. You transferred to another school. 1 to 4, you went to a regular school for whatever unnecessary bullshit they make you take. That way you still got your social skills. You're still with people, but the real shit that you need to get the fuck up out of here, you took care of that already at the way you moved.
School is fucked up anyway.
Because my sister, when she was living in Madison, she did all her major stuff online, and then like 2 times out the week she went to the campus, and that's when she did all that social stuff, like the gym classes and help with all that stuff
and all that type.
I wish they'd let me go back to actual regular school for gym class.
You didn't do shit in gym.
So?
You said it. This is not even a fact. Just you personally saying you didn't do shit.
I told my coach, like, look, bro, I'll fuck with you, but you're not finna kill me twice. So if I show up to gym class, guess where I'm not going to be? Football practice. Yeah. So if I don't show up to your gym class, guess where I'll be? Football practice. Because you're not finna kill me twice.
First of all, you shouldn't have been able to negotiate that if he was a real teacher.
It wasn't a negotiation.
He just would have maybe not make you do warm-ups as long as everybody else.
He thought I was bullshitting until I really did it. Like I came to gym class one day, then I guess everybody was looking for me at practice. I didn't go to practice. I didn't even, what kind of thing, but I really didn't want to play football.
You probably only played it because they told you was a big nigga.
Yes. They was like, you a big nigga, bro. You should go out here for football. It's like, all right, whatever.
You got you an all-day bus pass.
It did. But it's like the torture of football is
torture.
Like, because once you have agreed to play football, your summers are gone.
Yeah.
Like you gonna get you probably get the rest of June, because that's when you get out of school. So you get out on the 6th, you probably get the rest of June to be by yourself. Half of July, you're only gonna get half. Because we got to start practice by the end of July, all through August, to be ready for the first game. When we get back to school in fucking September.
I never understood why the first game was literally the first week of school.
Wasn't it?
And then we out here doing fucking 2 a days. So that means we got to be at practice by 8 o'clock in the morning.
Why was y'all doing that shit?
2 a day, so we do from 8 to 12.
So he could get paid.
And then you get a break. So you go from.
Our coach was a health teacher.
Checks.
Yeah.
So that your teaching check don't got nothing to do with your coaching check.
See.
So that's 2. He was getting a teaching check. Then he was getting 2 checks a day, 1 for the morning practice and 1 for the afternoon practice.
He was coming up. Was you at least a winning school?
Hell no, I went to South Division. We was out here practicing hard as a bitch to get killed every fucking weekend.
Y'all being decent. I can't even think in my lifetime when South had a decent team.
I'm thinking because at North we didn't start summer practice till August.
South didn't get good until the year after when everybody was gone. Like I think like 06, 07, they made it to state. I'm not sure if we won the state championship, but we made it. Like we had a nigga from the school make it to the NFL.
Okay.
Fred Williams.
Oh, he from for real?
Yeah, we was calling most people call him Bonbon.
Bonbon,
yeah. He played for the Chiefs for a little while.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't even know he went to South, bro.
Yep.
I just knew he was from the town. I never knew what high school
he went to South.
Yeah.
That's how how you see shit on TV, but you like, man, this shit ain't real life. Like nobody does this in real life. That's how I knew like he was destined to play football. Like we lost one game, and you thought, okay, we lost. Damn, we suck, nigga.
He took it personal.
He took that. Like when I say folks was crying, I was like, oh, this is real to you. you.
Yeah.
So even if we gotta play hard for you, cause you the homie. Like fuck these coaches. You my nigga. We'll give effort for you. You cried after this loss. This is real to you.
I mean, it be like that sometimes, bro.
I was just like, nigga, I was happy to get in the fucking game sometimes.
That was probably his way out the ghetto, bro.
I was happy to get in the
And
game.
every loss made him not look like he was valued.
Like, do you know how much slack you get when like your jersey is clean at the end of the fucking game because you didn't get no clock?
I do you one better. We had a nigga on our team, never got in the game. Somebody who was playing, helmet broke. The coach went over to dog, was like, "You're not using this," and literally took his chain strap off of his helmet and gave it to the dude in the game, like right there in the middle of the game.
I'd have quit the team.
I think he ended up doing it after that.
It's like, dog, like you just football is crazy.
Just took his chin strap from him mid game. Like, bro, you're not getting in.
You playing in high school sports?
Yeah, I played high school basketball and a little college basketball.
What? You was JUCO?
No, I played at Morris Brown.
Boom.
Yeah, I played.
That's a black college.
He got drafted.
We was D2.
You know, he had to go where niggas went.
Would you ever went to the league if you was good enough?
I think if I'd had the compassion like you said, Buddy had, yeah, but I didn't take shit serious like that. I wasn't crying after no games.
Yeah,
if we lost, I didn't really give a fuck. I used to be mad because I'm a sore loser, but I wasn't mad because the team lost. I would be mad because I lost. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't give a fuck about them niggas for real. I'm just a sore loser in anything. Video games, bowling, chess, checkers. It don't matter. So that's what I'm saying.
Nigga, how you a sore loser in chess? Nigga, you have to think 6 moves
exactly.
ahead.
And if
you
I lose,
knew you was gonna lose before
exactly.
you got there.
I'm mad at myself before we even get to that point. But yeah, I played high school ball all 4 years. I went to Mesmer 2 years, and then I got kicked out in the summer. And then my last 2 years, I went to Menominee Falls. I was all conference my senior year, second team. And then I went to Morris Brown. I didn't go on a scholarship or nothing. I walked on. And I didn't even have a partial or nothing.
I really be saying how you a bougie nigga.
Yeah.
You just look like a nigga who went to Vincent. He's like, where you go to high school? Oh man, you know, Waukesha East, man. You know, I wouldn't even know that.
No,
I don't even know how I became a hood nigga. Like
I went to somewhere where my mama had to pay tuition, and then I was in Menominee Falls with a bunch of white people. So
basically,
1,400 students, and 33 of them was black.
Basically, Scalez was planning on getting out the hood one way or another, whether rapping or balling.
Balling, yeah.
Scalez,
because his daddy wasn't gonna let him sell drugs.
Facts. I couldn't. That's the story of my life, right there.
Scalez is the real Nuno from ATL.
Damn near.
I don't think you letting chicks snatch his chain though.
No, I ain't doing that.
I don't think you're gonna let chicks snatch his chain.
I'm damn near what her story was. Yeah, that's damn near me.
That nigga said, I don't live here, but I'll come down here and kick it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all my niggas for real though.
Dog, so Scalez really got all this money, but he hanging out at Lux. With the common
That's
folk.
A fucking death trap, bro.
Hey man, Jesus hung out with the common people.
Jesus didn't have no money either.
He didn't have no money.
Jesus was broke,
but he came from a divine person though.
That's what we know. He
gotta go hang out at Lux with Scalez one night.
I've been to Lux before, bro.
Yeah,
it's hot
been
there.
Yeah, Tom been in there.
You don't get out. I might just be bored one day and drive down there. It was like, hey, hand me a beer.
Don't nobody tell me when they're going nowhere.
You don't be wanting to go nowhere. I'd be like, what you doing? One, I got KK.
You didn't ask.
What else am I supposed? You got KK. What else is there left to say?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Well, I mean, it depends on when you going and what time.
And like, how many times is like, Tom, what you doing, man? I get daddy daughter day, and then I don't hear from y'all for the rest of the night.
That's because you.
Exactly. So when you like, I got KK, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't need to. You're done.
That's true.
You're useless to me. Let me go find Old Bay.
But it is 11 o'clock.
That's your fault.
We have come to the end of the show.
I ain't got to be at work till noon.
I don't got to be at work till 10. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
So we appreciate Big Homie Scalez for coming through, chopping it up with us.
Talking this basketball shit.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go home and play some video game. You know, I'm going to dig out my PlayStation 2 and find NBA Baller.
Please don't.
Or Showtime.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Just going to play Showtime.
Please don't.
I can't play Showtime?
None of that.
None of that shit.
What about NCAA football? Can I play that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's coming back.
I know.
I can't wait. I think that's.
I don't think it's going to be good.
Only if they don't fuck it up like how they've been fucking up Madden.
Nah, I'm going to go back and play the Mike Vick version.
Of Madden?
No, of NCAA. V-Tech years.
What is that? That is 2002-ish?
2. It was 2.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
You play 2 and you get 7, you get to play with Marcus Vick.
Oh, Mr. I was in the car with the white girl and the pistol.
Yeah. Him.
What's wrong with niggas, dog?
That guy.
He just ruined it.
He did everything to get in trouble. Like, you got a gun and a white girl.
You know what? I honestly, all bullshit aside, I feel like Mike could have blamed Marcus for the dogs, and they would have believed it.
Yeah, his brother was definitely a
Like
fuck
they
up.
would have believed it. I think, but you know, Mike is a cool dude. I watched his 30 for 30.
They absolutely would have believed it, bro.
They would have believed it was
And
Marcus.
he was just like, "Hey, yo, this is Marcus shit."
Yeah, it was like,
I was at work.
and if it wasn't for jail time, I probably feel like they would have put it on Marcus.
Facts.
But since jail time was involved, and Vic is not going to just let his brother go to jail.
Why not? Didn't he end up going to jail for the gun and the white girl?
I think he did. That's why he ain't in the league and shit.
I'm
He
like,
had a shot. They gave him a couple of chances.
Yeah,
like,
because
he-
Mike put his name on the line.
Man, he blew it
he was
every
on
time.
like last time I heard he was on the Dolphins practice squad, and then boom, busted. Drugs, white girl, and a gun.
Blew it.
Damn, so he had two white bitches on him.
Literally.
I don't know what kind of drugs.
He in Miami.
You know what kind
Oh
of drugs.
yeah, cocaine.
It definitely
It's
wasn't
Miami,
weed.
bruh.
It definitely wasn't weed.
Right. And if it was weed, it was cocaine on it.
He was smoking bunk.
Right?
Oh, you was out there kicking it with Trick Daddy?
Miami, bro, 504.
Ain't no telling.
It snows all the time.
It's the 305 though.
I don't
Like,
care.
Packs of cocaine
504
just
is
wipe
more
up on
just-
the side of the.
They move the drugs from one place to another.
You be at the beach with KK and a pack of cocaine just wipe up on the beach. He can run up to you. Look what I got, Juan. Yeah,
Now
that's
you
what
got-
happens in Miami.
Right.
Rick Ross said they was in his friend's backyard that had a water behind it, and they found keys of cocaine just washed up in their backyard.
Yeah. Because you know they got to dump it when they get sweated by the Coast Guard.
So sometimes it just floats.
You want to take a trip to Miami?
No.
Why not?
Because we are now dealing with a whole new level of niggas who don't give a fuck.
Facts.
Okay.
No, I don't want to sell
This
drugs.
era-
You don't have to sell
This
drugs,
era
bro.
we talking about this was back in the day, bro.
I just want to go and visit. I don't even want to do what the locals do. I'm trying to be so far away from the
Before
locals.
surveillance and all that.
Trying to be
type
on
of shit.
South Beach with the white women.
And white women will just float up on the beach.
Yeah.
You're
Hopefully
not
still-
understanding.
So that's a dead body.
It may be a dead body. It may be a key. It may be just a white naked bitch on the beach, bro. I'm not going anywhere where white women
Prosper.
are having fun.
You don't want to blame for nothing.
No,
No.
I do not want to be the nigga who was there.
You won't Emmett Till me.
Facts. Because one, I'm gonna be you the nigga who sold it. You the nigga who caused this. You the nigga she here with.
Yep.
You just the nigga. No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go where there's an abundance of black people, because when something goes wrong, all of us collectively have came together of what our unanimous story is, so none of us go down for this dead body that's outside. Did you see it? I didn't see
I
shit.
feel like as a nigga, that's very instinctive. Like if it's a group of niggas and something happen and the cops are everybody, I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
I don't even have to know you, but I know you
Yeah,
said
yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
see nothing.
Yeah, no, we all
Yeah,
know.
man, we got the woman. We got the woman in the red dress telling us you did everything. What? There was a woman there. She had a red dress on. You know I'm colorblind, right? You all niggas know how to not get other niggas in trouble.
Facts.
That's why I can't take you nowhere with me, Juan.
Why is that?
Because you get high and say shit unintentionally,
That's a fact.
and that'll be the one thing. Well, Juan said you guys went over by old girl. Who? What?
What girl?
The girl over there. She said, "Here's her address and everything. Your GPS matches with that."
Your
All
phone
because-
pinged off a tower over there by her
Over by the
crib.
area, so ping. Oh my God! You know I got T-Mobile, and they signal has been
Yeah,
real.
don't ask
iffy.
Juan no
Man,
questions.
it's terrible.
That's why I can't take you with me to certain places, bro.
Please don't.
Because when shit goes bad, not only do I have to get you out the situation, because as much as you love the drug dealer life, you don't know it. You don't know the signs.
I don't want to know it.
You don't know the signs. Juan, how many times have we gone places? I was like, all right, bro, I'm ready to go. Like, man, it's only 10:30. All right, bro, I'm ready to go.
Hey,
It's because I see the signs that shit is about to go
that's
crazy.
why I like hanging out with Tone. Because Tone is a nigga who be like, all right, bro, we've been here too long. Okay, are you ready to go? Fine with me. We didn't want to show up to this motherfucker
Anyway,
first
yeah,
place.
right?
I peep every, when my arm goes up, when I'm supposedly I'm not drunk enough that I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I,
I just don't want no more liquor.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's time to go. Just like the end of this show, we'd like to thank Scalez for coming through. Scalez, tell everybody where they can find that awesome show of yours.
You know what the fuck going on, man. It's Scalez, man. On IG, I am JR Scalez HBK. That's on Instagram. If you're trying to find the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast, it's on the Slick Talk Scalez Facebook page, even though it's blocked right now. Then I got another one that's JR Scalez. You can access the podcast through both. It's also available on YouTube at Slick Talk with TV. Slick Talk with Scalez TV is the name of it on YouTube also. So please check us out, man.
Yeah, go like, subscribe,
all that good shit.
Ring that bell so you get all the notifications when his shows come on.
Hey, they be saying that on the videos.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
That's where I got it from.
That's where I learned it from too. I didn't know nothing about that before I started watching dude build them 2K teams.
Yeah, because if you don't hit that bell,
you don't get the notification.
You'll never get the notification. Yeah. That's YouTube fucking up.
Facts.
But also make sure you check out all his music. It is fire.
Yes, sir. My music also available on all digital platforms. Just type in Scalez or JR Scalez.
You know what? Just go to Spotify and just type in Scalez. You'll get all of it. You get the podcast, you get the albums, you'll get the OnlyFans link. You'll get it all right there. You'll get the shit off. You know what? He's also taking modeling gigs. I'm telling you, whatever you make,
I think I'm gonna start my video hoe thing back up. I was a video hoe during the quarantine last year for some extra work, so I think look like we about to be quarantined again.
Yeah,
so
that was a nice little side hustle.
I might start video hoeing again.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think you and Bergie should shoot a video for Ric Flair.
We want to shoot a video for Ric Flair, and we want to shoot a video for Get In Your Bag because my daughter Chase and his daughter, that is their favorite songs from the album.
And you got to put them,
and they not playing.
You know what you should do? You should teach them the words
and let them
lip sing it.
Yeah, let them be us.
Let them be do that.
Hey, that'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Let them lip sync. Hey, if you do that video concept, I just want a small little credit.
No, I would
creative
definitely
director.
Every interview and everywhere we go, I'll definitely make sure you get your credit.
I just want to know you put it in the just put it in.
Now, Ric Flair,
video.
we was trying to figure out what we was gonna do, but I did.
You gotta get Ric Flair.
No, I did that part. Or a white guy who looks like Ric Flair.
Well, Ric Flair is free right now. Yeah, I don't think he's charged as much as he used to.
He just asked for his release from WWE.
So,
yeah, I know. I seen that.
He a free agent.
He a free agent now, so he might do it.
Actually, from the WWE thing on my Facebook page, I think I must have liked something years ago, and it sent me the Ric Flair.
Because when Ron Finch did his comedy CD, he has Ric Flair talking to him in the beginning of it.
So I found a ring because I judged the King of the Ring freestyle battles when they had the bill collector here, Goods, K Shine. They were all here for a battle.
I saw that.
Yeah, so homie had a ring, and he was like, "Yeah, you can get this motherfucker whenever you need it." So I'm like, "Okay, bet." Now we finally got the ring. So now I'm gonna start working on the treatment and the concept for the Ric Flair video.
Hey, I want to be in this video.
No, yeah, you would definitely all my wrestling
because I fucks with wrestling.
I need all the black wrestling buff people to be a part of this video. I'm gonna need y'all intake and impact.
Let me know.
Doug Walker, it's a couple of cats on my timeline.
You got to get.
I need to get a belt. So you got to let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I definitely dropped 300 for the world heavyweight title and show up at the video shoot with scrap.
Hey, NWO, I need to borrow my belt back.
I definitely
just need to borrow my IC belt back real quick.
I spent 300 on sneakers. Why not buy me a championship?
I'm surprised you haven't bought one by now.
That's how much the WWE belt is.
If you get the
it just says world champion on there.
If you get the one like the ones that they actually come to the ring with,
it's a replica, and
it's about 300. Oh, okay. Yeah. That ain't bad. I mean, the real one.
If you're a fan, shit for throwback jerseys, we pay $250.
Right. That's all. That's really all it is.
Jersey. So
there's literally cats out there who are belt collectors, and they will go to wrestling events carrying all the belts they own.
I follow a page. No, I don't follow a page. I'm in a group on Facebook, and like on it, they collect, they swap, they'll trade, they even sell some of their belts. So
yeah,
this is a dope group, and there'll be a lot of shit that be in there that like I ain't never seen. Like you remember the big gold belt Ric Flair used to have? There's a version of that belt, but the strap on it is white. And I'm like, that's cool. Like I've never seen like nobody ever used that. So like that was tight.
That'd be dope.
I'm surprised you actually haven't gotten one custom made for you.
I don't have that kind of money.
You know they are actually cheaper than.
Let me find out I can put a wrestling belt on Klarma after pay.
You might can.
You probably can this day and age, bro.
The world champion of fucking these bitches.
If you want to put that on your belt,
That's fine.
Think about it, Juan. The fuck the world belt is a fucking custom belt at the end of the day.
That's very
You see? But with that being said, people, make sure you check us out every Thursday. We go live right here from Sherman, Phoenix, unless me and Juan decides to find a couch and we just do it somewhere randomly. One of these days, though, I'm just going to put a couch on the side of the road and record from there.
I don't think that's safe.
We're only there for a couple of hours. We put the couch back on the truck and we roll out.
We need a whole film crew.
No, we don't. I got everything.
Who's going to film us?
I got everything to make it possible.
Where we going to plug this stuff up at?
That's what laptops and batteries are for, my guy. I got this.
I ain't telling you.
Roll with my vision. You've been here for 10 years, my nigga. They can't go nowhere now.
Yeah, well.
I'm at the finish line.
Coming soon, we're going to do the Death Fresh show.
Conversations from a random couch.
No, that couch better be bought and paid for.
Of course.
With a receipt.
Of course. I'm just calling it random because we're in a random location.
Okay, because I can't get sitting on the random couch. That's how you get SARS. And foot.
That's still out there?
I don't know.
You can still get that. You probably bring polio back by sitting on the random couch. Definitely.
All right, I'm done now.
With that being said, stay safe, mask up, and
masturbate.
Yeah.
All the time.
No, don't put your eyes out. Peace.